Welcome to Machair. Escape from the damned forest is at our fair hero's fingertips, and soon a trial of the century shall commence. A power exchange like no other, and our champions are right in the middle of it. The trial is not for guilt, but rather punishment, and those at the center of the storm may have a say in what happens next. Who knows? Maybe you'll take down a bad guy. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two about the demented secrets that bind Machair herself. Or maybe you'll end up just like Udaris, maddened and damned and in chains. Good luck, my friends. You'll need it. So, last time we left off, you had fought a... I don't want to say horde. You fought a group of will-o'-the-wisps. Strange, tiny spirits that, under normal circumstances, are naturally occurring, but these were bound to small black stones, almost like marbles, these perfectly smooth stones that have the ability to contain an essence, a soul. The orbs had a very familiar residual magic signature of that of Foucaine, this mysterious mage that keeps leaving magic items all across Fior. You also acquired a couple magic items as well as a cart, a sort of broken, haggard cart, but with the help of your fair wizard, you were able to mend it back together. And now you have a functional cart. If I'm not mistaken, you guys were almost to the outskirts of the Beacon Forest. So you guys would be about here in the forest. So you only have a, couple more hours walk, should things go well, out of the forest. I believe we left off right before a long rest. Or maybe you had one and you just woke in.
It was right after everyone was waking up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because we had really good roleplay last session.
Yeah. So Hashalik had a rather depressing conversation with his familiar.
No, he's fine.
A couple of you bonded throughout the night during your watches, and it is now morning. You have taken a long rest if you hadn't already. You have a cart but no horses. What do you do?
Doing just like morning routine of just prestidigitation, just cleaning my jacket, cleaning everything that I have on.
Yeah.
I'm going to just like, while everyone's getting up and around, getting their rations and everything out of the way, I'm gonna kind of hunch over like I'm cleaning my boots and stuff and wipe away that marking on the wagon.
Okay. Are you using a spell for that, or are you just wiping it away?
Prestidigitation and mending.
Okay. This very, very faint magic kind of seals this marking. You pull back your hand, and as this is not the general use of this spell, you can still see a faint outline, but you imagine it would be very, very hard to see if it wasn't pointed out to you.
Yeah.
Deidre, it's kind of just hovering by your head, waiting for you to do whatever you're gonna do. The rest of you? Oh, yes.
No,
go.
That's it. I was like, who's going?
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Navarros.
Hi. Navi, slowly as they wake up, I think last night we established that Navi moved their sleeping bag over towards Strix's.
Yes.
Romantic.
They were roommates.
They were
Ooh,
roommates.
roommates.
Navi, after getting up and looking over at Strix, immediately grabs their journal and starts like viciously writing in it. Like you might not tell. Actually, you might tell from their face if you look at them. Shit-eating grin. They're very proud of themselves. So.
As Navi is just making all this ruckus with their journal, I want to say Strix kind of starts to wake up, and he leans up and leans over at Navi and is like, "What are you writing over there? It's very loud."
Nothing. And they like close the journal.
Alright, I'm not gonna read your diary, no need to get defensive.
No.
Don't worry about it. Just know it's all good things.
Alright.
Renata, what are you doing as the morning crests overhead?
I'm just kind of waking up, getting everything ready, getting myself ready. I'm doing
Okay.
all kind of getting ready.
Fallon?
Fallon's just kind of doing her routine, slowly putting her armor on, after her rest. It's a very long process, I'm sure you can imagine.
Okay. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes to dawn, 10 minutes to doff.
Yeah. So she's just kind of doing that, getting ready for the check ahead, and just kind of offering her own world a bit. She's been I like to think that she's been kind of like aloof these last couple days while they've been in the forest.
Yeah, just quiet contemplation, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. The morning is slow. It's always been a very nice temperature in Fior. It's always been very temperate, very sort of like mid 70s, low 80s. Very pleasant temperature. But it's a little chilly. It's around 60 degrees or so. This morning, it's a little colder than you would expect. You notice that the spore cloud has completely dissipated throughout the night. And you are able to breathe and see easy enough. I imagine you all pick your things up, load the cart. Are you taking the cart with you?
I think we decided to? I can't remember, to be honest.
I don't
Seeing
see
as we
why
fixed it
not.
up, I'd hope so.
Yeah.
I believe the determination was that Fallon would pull the cart. Which,
Yeah, I do believe that is correct.
what I will say is the cart is big enough for all of you. It has no walls or a ceiling. It's just like a normal cart. It does have a bench on the very back. And I would say that if all of you were going to get into the cart, it would either take Fallon or two of you. I will say.
I will say, I think Fallon would outright refuse to cart anyone around. I think she would see it as below her.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have any problem toting it around until we get a horse, but she would she would not.
He's so funny, though.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be a chauffeur.
The rest of the party's pretty light, so you, by yourself, you would easily be able to pull the cart. I would say at normal speed. Fallon's armor is very heavy, so if Fallon is in the cart, it would take two of you and a check to pull the cart. Because, that's heavy shit. That's +2 plate.
It's +2
Fallon
plate.
heavy
Yeah, that
shit.
+2 plate that she needs to get rid of.
Fallon's chunky. How much does he weigh? 250
Heavy.
pounds.
She's fat.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Most of it's the armor.
It's pure lion muscle.
She's very toned.
So, Fallon, are you pulling the cart with your friends behind you?
Sounds like it.
Not if they're in it.
I don't think anybody's in
Oh.
it.
Well, I think Pashalik is.
Oh.
Pashalik's just been in the cart.
I don't know
This
if he ever got out.
No.
Would Fallon notice that he's in it still?
Is Fallon blind?
Are you making like a show of being on the cart, or are you just like chilling? Like
I'm
what's
Are you
your...
fine hopping off the cart. I was just there from watch. I wasn't trying to be a thing
Okay.
about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody's being so weird about the cart.
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
don't-
I just kind of want the cart.
Yeah.
You get a
So-
horse, you know, it's gonna be great.
Are you going straight to Idemule, or are you going into Tionskal? Because I know that was a discussion last session.
I think we, if I remember correctly, I think we agreed to go into town,
Hey, go into
First.
town. We'll get a horse or
Yeah.
donkey or something.
and then we could use the horse to tote us there, so we don't have to walk.
Too bad nobody
Yes,
can
we
wild
actually
shape.
faster.
I know. Druid would have been great for this campaign.
Just somebody can just, shift into a horse. What do you know is that magic, right? You guys are magic peoples. No?
I mean-
Okay.
I mean,
My
I mean,
magic-
yeah.
It just makes my spear do more damage. I mean, I'm not exactly a sorcerer.
Most I can do is this, and I want Strix to just, what is it? Minor illusion, just, a horse in the distance, but then it just, as everybody looks at it, it just kind of disappears.
Just a
I love
forced
that.
perspective.
Yeah, it's very small, but where it is, you kind of position it.
Because I
it
don't
looks
think I
like
could
a-
make things, super big or anything,
No,
so...
no, no.
I'm
It's
using,
fine,
a forced
you-
perspective type of deal where I make it look like it's far away, but it's actually, really close. You could probably
It's also
touch it with your
perfectly
hand if you
static.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not moving. It's just it's like a stock image of a horse.
Exactly. If you look close enough, you
move
can see.
around, it's like when it's a 2D image in a 3D game. You walk around and it just rotates with you.
Oh my god.
If you look close enough, you can see the Shutterstock very lightly on its
Oh,
pelt.
Didn't even pay for it.
Damn.
Yeah,
You,
I mean, you're a warlock. You don't, or you didn't pay for any of the magic. You're just giving it.
Yeah.
You, as a warlock, you kind of do have to pay for it.
Oh, do you? Oh.
Kind of. It's a transactional thing for warlocks. Clerics, however, they just get given their magic for worship.
That's kind of a payment.
So clerics are the freeloaders.
Well, actually, it'd be
Well,
sorcerers.
Sorcerers are definitely the freeloaders.
Oh, yeah.
They're
They
just-
Yeah, they just
Are
are born
born.
magic, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Them and
Sorcerers
bards.
are the freeloaders.
All right, those are the
No,
two
no, no.
freeloaders.
Bards go to school.
learn
no,
music.
No,
and-
some bards do. Some bards just call the goblin stupid in the middle of one of their sets, and the goblin dies.
That's fair. That's fair. So Fallon sort of shoos Pashalik off the cart.
Yeah, I'm going.
Fallon kind of picks up the bars. What are they? It's not a stockade. I don't know, the thing that hooks to the horse.
Yeah.
The lead,
and,
maybe? I don't
Or
know.
like hitch. I don't know.
No, because a lead's like a rope.
Right.
Hitch might be it.
Hitch. You pick up the
Yeah,
hitch,
I was
and
thinking
you kind of
hitch.
drag it behind you. It's a walk. You have to kind of catch yourself and whatever your equivalent of leaving breadcrumbs is. You find yourself walking in circles for better part of 10 minutes before you finally realize, after 1-2 hours of, walking, stopping, resting, taking in your surroundings, occasionally Strix or Deidre or whomever flies up above the tree line to kind of scout for directions. But it's relatively quiet. It's very, very quiet on the outside of the forest before you begin to hear the sound of before you begin to hear the sound of rapids, rushing water, as you break through the mushroom line, and you are immediately met with a river. Across the river, you see what appears to be a settlement, what appears to be Tianskal. How are you gonna
Oh,
get
shit.
across this river?
I have 3 questions.
Okay.
You said it's rapids, right? So it's like push us pretty easily.
Yeah, this is a fast-moving river.
Okay. Is there any like naturally like forming kind of bridges that we could see, like any stone paths or like anything like that?
Make a perception check.
I'll help.
Yay!
Okay.
At
With advantage.
And I'll silvery barbs that check.
Do
Are you really?
No. No.
With a 15, you kind of get low to the ground. You're kind of looking in the water. All you can really see is rushing water. There doesn't appear to be any land bridges or anything like that. There doesn't appear to be any structural bridges on this side of the river. As you can kind of see, this river it's a pronged river. You guys are maybe here. No. You guys are on this side of the river and you do not see any sort of bridge.
Okay.
What was your third
Can-
question?
How heavy would the cart be with everyone on it? Like, specifically, is it so heavy that I would not be able to like lift it above my head?
Oh, it's much heavier
Okay.
than what you would be able to like deadlift above your head.
I figured so, but
The cart itself is about how heavy is a cart? I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I feel like the cart keeps changing in size every time you describe it.
Yeah.
It's not a big cart, but you could cram 4 or 5 people on it.
It's like the
Would I-
door from.
would I be able to
Titanic.
deadlift it with like one person at a time?
Give me 2 seconds. I have
Oh
to.
yeah, true. Because Fallon, you're heavy. Your armor.
How heavy is a? You're gonna sink if you go into that river.
Okay.
You know
okay,
that.
that was my other
Okay.
question. How deep is the river?
You don't know, but it is
Can
a
I-
river, so
Can I
probably
make a
pretty
check
deep.
on it? Can I make a check
Yeah.
on it? Because I feel like my
Sure.
perception or survival would be really good in this situation.
It's like one of these guys. It's a hunker. That's what it's called.
Mm.
I don't know.
Honka.
Hey, does a 16 help?
A 16 for the depth of the river.
Yeah.
You imagine 12, 14 feet deep.
Cool.
Is that would drown Fallon
Yeah,
pretty easily.
yeah, Fallon, that's not gonna work. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
Um,
Rapids. So rapids don't take up a whole lot of a river. Can we see if it's slower up or downstream?
make a survival or perception.
Oh fuck!
I'll help.
You should do it, but I'll do it.
I can do it. Do you want me to do it?
I'll help you. I'll call it
Okay.
out.
Shit. Okay. I'll perception check it, and we'll see. 21. That's with the help action.
21. Yes.
Yeah.
You notice that in this junction right here, it is much slower.
There we go.
Okay. Well, let's just walk up this way. It's a little bit slower. We should be fine. We will
So
be
this is a
fine.
light cart. This is a light cart. It's about 150 pounds.
Okay.
So deadlifting the cart itself, I don't think would be possible. With people, not a shot.
150 pounds would definitely be doable. It's just the I think it would be the awkward size of it.
yeah.
Yeah. We'd just be holding it.
I think you'd only need like a 14 strength for that
Mhm.
tops.
Yeah, but like
I think
what
I have like a
what-
16.
what Nat asked was lifting it over their head. That's
Yeah.
a deadlift
Mhm.
with one person. I don't think that would be doable with 150
No.
pounds.
Yeah.
of like awkward cart that's like not
Well,
balanced.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Can we
I think-
just,
I think
like,
the
make her
awkwardness of
giant
it would be
again?
Look, man, I could take that spell.
Wait, well, it's been a day since we need to check the teapot.
Guys.
Oh.
Roll it.
What do I roll
Hold
for it
on.
again? D6?
D20. D20.
Oh, D20, okay. I was way off then. 7.
Or 7?
7.
2 seconds. Let me find it.
No, 7.
I know. 7?
Yes, 7.
You open the teapot, and there is a very pleasant smelling, pale green liquid.
Can I make a check to see if I know what it is?
Yeah, low DC. Yeah. Like survival, perception, your choice.
Perception.
Damn,
Or
is it
medicine.
Matcha? No.
All of those are the exact same, which is a +2, so.
15. It's like some kind of nice herbal green tea.
Ow. Well, I don't have growing potion, but I do have some nice herbal tea, if that would help you.
It does not.
I thought I'd offer.
I appreciate it, but I don't like
What if
tea.
I have
don't
a
like
scroll
tea.
for
What do you mean you
Tensor's
don't like
floating
tea?
disc?
Guys,
So,
Floating disc.
yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
all I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, I was
but once
like,
we get to
should
the
we-
slower part of the river,
Yeah. Should
Hmm.
we use like Tensor's floating disc to like put? Because it can hold up to 500 pounds,
Oh.
and it's 3 feet above the ground. So, do you think we can
Well-
use that?
Myself and the cart alone are 400 pounds.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, but we
trips.
could.
We can take
Yeah,
trips.
we could take trips,
Okay.
and it can go 3 feet away from me. I think,
You
It's 20
think?
feet.
or 20 feet from me.
Oh, that's better.
Now,
the river is about 25 feet, so you would have to jump.
I could bunny hop that.
or just hear me
Hand on
out.
it.
You give the scroll to Strix, and they just fly over after they cast it.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'll I also have a wind wall scroll. What does that do?
It's not
Wind
gonna
wall?
be, not gonna be
Not-
great right now.
Not for
okay,
this.
Never mind.
Does it
Never
block
mind.
projectiles?
I think
it's
it
a
does.
disadvantage,
Yeah.
possibly.
Okay.
Oh, I don't own the book that has wind wall.
It'd be
I'll
it-
look it up later.
So
Hey,
I,
wait, hold on. I have a solution. Just use the League of Legends ability tooltip.
What?
well,
Nightmare.
No, it's hold on. Hold on.
No, yeah, they automatically miss if they fire through it.
Mm.
So
Okay.
it is Yasuo.
Yeah.
Be
That's fine.
quiet.
okay, so
So-
I hand over the scroll for Tensor's floating disc to Strix.
I
Okay.
take it and I eat it. I'm
Okay.
joking. I'm
You're the
joking.
worst.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Well,
How long does floating disc last? I can't remember.
I don't know anything
That's
about floating
I've got
discs.
it on my spell list. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
An hour.
An hour? Okay, you guys are perfectly fine then. I will say you guys can do this with no issue. No check needed. So Strix, when you
Yes.
cast Tensor's floating disc, what does your disc look like?
Oh god. Is there a way you could like send a chat like what that spell even does?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
it.
I just know
That's a
floaty
floating
disc.
Oh, you got it.
We had a lot of time in the house. I just copied all the spell scrolls I had into my book.
Oh, I don't freaking know what my disc looks like, man.
What color is it?
Orange.
Okay. As you recite the spell and chant off the words from the scroll, the paper on the edges begins to almost burn away in your hands, as in front of you this massive disc of this beautiful crackling sort of goldy orange, almost like pure sunlight compacted, appears in front of you.
Whoa.
I like that color. Hi, Buki.
So, I assume you load the cart and Fallon onto the thing. How many trips are you making? What are you doing?
So Fallon in the cart is 400, right? And that's like close to the max, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm 92 pounds.
I'm sure you are. I don't want to
Skinny
test
legend.
it. I don't want to test it. So Strix like kind of just
I mean,
hovers
there's
above.
no way
the...
I'm 100 pounds.
Strix is just gonna kind of hover, flying above the sort of disc as it kind of moves across the river or whatever. However that works.
You're kind of hovering about 3 feet over the disc. And as you move, it moves with you. Underneath you. So, with relative ease, all of you manage to, it takes a couple trips. Fallon and the cart are, Fallon's armor, the cart itself, they're relatively heavy. So, you kind of scramble the cart on top of the disc, as well as with Fallon. Strix flies over the river, lets them off on the other side on the bank, and then comes back with the disc. The rest of you load on, and you cross. It's a very easy situation. And I will say this whole process takes about 20-ish minutes. It's a bit of a process. So for the next, 40 minutes, you have this disc behind you. Strix.
Okay.
Should you need it. But you are on the outskirts of Tianskal. Tianskal sits right up against this river, and I will send you. This is a map I stole from Pinterest, but it works really well. It works really well for what I envision Tianskal to be like.
Thief, I bet you didn't even pay for that.
I did not. It was
Whoa.
off of Pinterest.
Barrow's rabbit hops on the fucking disc, by the
We'll do
way.
word building. But you see this incredibly beautiful, sprawling city. It's sort of broken up into
Do we get to
to
see the
wings.
picture?
Once my
Well,
phone
wow.
Okay. I wasn't sure
Decides-
if you forgot to switch the map, to be honest. That's why I was asking.
No, sorry, I'm sitting in Discord. I don't have the map
Okay.
saved onto my
Oh,
my
is it
Roll20
world building?
deck.
There it is.
Yeah.
Fun.
No, that's fine. I was just
So-
looking for it. And I didn't see it on
That's
Discord. I
so
didn't see it
hot.
on the game.
Yes. So
Oh.
you guys will be entering sort of in the bottom left corner near that stone section.
Okay.
That's where you will be entering.
Somebody has the zoomies.
Sorry. Hold on. I can do a thing. But you were on the outskirts of Tianskal. You may talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna kind of do some stuff.
What? You're doing things illegal.
I know.
Unprepared.
Damn.
Yum.
Nightmare children.
I didn't even do it
Love
this
us.
time.
This time.
We're just gonna buy a donkey and turn around. That's the plan.
Yeah, sounds good enough for
I
me.
guess so.
Wait, this city's plague ridden, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, so just don't touch anyone.
Yeah, don't touch
Can we
anyone.
trust
Don't
the
talk
horse?
to anybody.
The
Can we trust
horse
the horse
isn't
and not
gonna
get us
carry
something?
the plague. You're ridiculous.
Make a medicine check.
Me?
Strix.
Probably me, because I'm out here just saying random shit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure. The horse won't carry the plague.
See?
That's what I believe, anyways.
Does Fallon have any idea about the plague, or is Fallon just stupid about it? Like, what?
Make a history check at disadvantage because you're not from here.
Straight disadvantage.
No. Not a damn clue.
Damn.
But yes, you guys are entering. I wish I could mark on the hold on.
I mean, even if it was sick, can't you just like lay your hand on it and make it not sick? Isn't that your whole
Yeah,
shtick?
but then we could catch like the plague, right?
Well, no, you make it not sick, then it doesn't have the plague. Isn't that how that
I
works?
mean,
Depends on how good your magic is, I guess.
If it was that simple, don't you think they'd all just use their magic to cure the plague, and we wouldn't be in this mess?
Your
from the beginning?
magic is so much different than their magic. I don't know.
Is it though? I mean, I guess. I mean, I am better, but
Well,
Different.
I'm not a doctor. I'm a paladin.
Different.
Eh.
Nightmare child.
Like I don't know. I don't know how holy magic works.
Obviously.
I thought that I just thought you could like cure I don't know sicknesses.
yeah, I thought that was like how like
It's-
some religions work.
it's-
Like you go around curing the sick. Like
It's called cure wounds, not cure sick.
No, I thought the one where you put your hands on people.
Your lay on hands allows you to cure one disease or condition.
Shh, I was working there.
I don't trust that it would
You-
not give me the plague. I don't
you
trust
would
it. I'm
know.
not doing it.
You don't know if it would cure the plague, but you do know that your magic can cure diseases.
Oh, okay.
A plague.
But she doesn't
Does
know
the
if it
sickness
can
have a
cure
name, or is
this
it just the
disease.
plague?
Bubonic.
You have been. Your experience with the plague has been people referring it to as the sickness. You do know that it does have a name, technically, but people in Tianskal are relatively paranoid about invoking things with names.
Hmm.
So,
yeah, I just hear that we gotta get down with it.
Down with it.
Ooh-wah.
down with the sickness! Show me your tonsils.
Ugh.
Ooh-wah,
Freaky. I don't
Down
like
with the
it.
sickness. Okay. God, I wish I could get these little icons off of my screen. I don't know how. Oh, they're bothering me so bad.
While we're here, I don't think it'll take 5 people to get a donkey. Strix, would you want to go to like the library and see if there's anything
Oh.
interesting over that way?
I suppose we could, yeah.
Wait,
just-
why are we sending the 2 people who would have any idea what the town is like away?
I mean, we can buy 2 donkeys. It can't be that hard. What is there a reason we're splitting up? I thought we were getting the donkeys and leaving. Do we have to now hang out? Wait.
Well, no, we don't have to hang out. It's just why you get the donkeys. We'll be over here at the library.
Gammas, I don't want to deal with that.
I don't. Is that okay? We won't make like a day out of it.
I mean, it just. I didn't know. I mean, I don't know. I thought that was a thing. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah. No.
Alright, fine.
We'll make sure to not make a day out of it.
What is going
Uh,
on?
This circle is where you're entering from.
Okay.
Do we see people like guards or anything at this entrance?
You do see 4 towns guard at the checkpoint.
Hello.
Can I approach one?
Yes. You see this sort of very young looking, maybe like 20 or so, satyr woman with these kind of white, like shock white deer legs. She's got small little antlers that grow at the top of her head. She's wearing like rags. Like she has armor over top, but it's not very good armor. It's not very well kept armor. It's just like rags and like very simple plate over it. She appears to be. So the way the checkpoint works is it's a little stone archway, and on one side there is like a desk, and on the other side there are two guards that are stationed with spears. The satyr girl is at the desk with an older Owlin fellow, and then the two guards with spears are very scary looking, like Raven Aarakocra. And they're all wearing kind of badly kept armor. And none of them really seem to look like soldiers. It's odd.
I would frankly disregard all that because she's uninterested in the town. She'd probably like make a mental note to herself that they look kind of pathetic.
Oh my god. Something's wrong with her.
Rough.
She has standards for what military officials should look like. Anyways, but she'd walk up to the desk where the satyr and the owlin are, and she would just very bluntly say, "Hey, do you guys know if horses can catch this plague or sickness or disease or whatever the hell's going around here?"
As soon as you approach, she doesn't seem to be paying attention, but as soon as you say something, she immediately lurches back in her chair and then scrambles on the desk, picking up a cloth and wrapping it very tightly around her face. And you watch the older Owlin fellow do the same. She kind of has her hand holding the cloth. Beneath the cloth, she says, "I'm sorry, what's your business here?"
We have this cart and we need a horse or a donkey or something to pull it. We don't plan to stay.
As far as I'm aware, and she kind of looks over to the Owlin. She looks kind of over to the Owlin, kind of confused as to what to do, and the Owlin steps forward. As far as we're aware, the animals don't seem to be catching the sickness yet, but we're not confident they aren't carriers. What is your business? Are you here to acquire a horse, or?
Yes,
What-
we just need a horse. We have this very how to DM, out of character. How well known is the trial? Is that like a down low thing? Like, are we supposed to not really talk about it, or?
You aren't entirely sure, but you imagine that, like, it's kind of a big deal. This is the first, like, really big power exchange that's happened this way. From your experience in the military, I would say you would imagine that the other two regions are going to make an example out of this.
Okay. I'm trying to think if Fallon would care enough about this region to keep it on the down low or not.
It's up to you.
Okay. Yes, we have this trial we have to get to in a couple of days. It's very important. So it's it's paramount that we get these horses so we can carry our cart along with us and our supplies.
He kind of sighs. Do you have like identification or papers or some way that we can know who we're letting into our city?
I would, in that moment, turn back to the rest of the group, who I hope is listening,
Um,
and just kind of with a face on her, just like confused. look.
Well,
Oh wait,
Strix,
wait.
what do
We
we
have
do?
we have the letters that they sent us, right? Like when we first got like.
Yes,
'Cause they,
Oh yeah, true.
you have
I
your
pull out
champion
the letter.
papers.
I pull out the letter. I pull out the champion paper. I present it.
He
Sorry.
takes it. Okay. Um, why?
My wand, it recharges in the morning.
I see.
Sorry.
He very gingerly takes it, and you see he has like these thick, like rubber, almost like dish gloves on. As he takes the letter, he reads it quickly. Oh, my apologies. As he hands it back to you, you may enter. I can't promise the stables are in working order, but you may be able to find someone to fill your need. You may enter. And the two Aarakocra open the big gate into the city.
Thank you. Do you know where the stables are? You know, we're kind of outsiders.
The stables, yes. You will want to go to the square, and it's a big pasture. You can't miss it. Strix, you know where the stables is. You also know where the square is.
Okay.
Okay.
For your information, this is the square, this is the stables.
Nice.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your assistance, sir. We'll be on our way.
Of course. As you enter, you arrive in Tianskal, and the air feels different. Strix, a place you once called home, feels different. Realistically, you know that the plague has been rocking the capital for some time, but this is something else entirely. You see no people in the streets as you pass by, no carts, no beasts of burden. If you hadn't known this was the capital of Fior, you would think this to be a long-dead ghost town from ages past, but it's not, or at least it shouldn't be. As you take in the air around you, almost imperceptibly, a strange smell hits you. It's acrid and sickly, almost like raw sugar and ammonia. As you pass into the square, it's a large pavement square in the middle of town that usually holds market stalls or buskers, a place known for idle chatter and music and life, and it's completely silent. The market tents are up, but no produce rests on the tables and no people to man them. You watch as bits of trash and paper blow through the wind, and you watch as a figure in a shadowy figure in a window of one of the storefront buildings near the square quickly shuts the curtains. There is life here. It is your home, but it's all completely different.
Ugh.
So this is where you grew up, Strix?
Something like that.
Kind of dead.
Yes. I mean, that's what sickness does to people, after all.
I mean, it's good they're quarantining, you know?
Strix, make a perception check.
I am loading that up. Hold on. There we go.
12. That's enough. You kind of stand in the middle of the square. You're a little bit shaken by the sight. Tianskal is such a beautiful city with beautiful architecture. There's tons of people walking and playing with their kids all the time, especially here in the square. And it is completely empty, and you kind of stand in the center and you kind of do a circle, and you notice that at each of the houses, a fully outfitted guard is in front of the door with either a glaive or a longsword or a spear. All of them have these thick face coverings and goggles on their faces. They're these very similar to the Aarakocra you saw before, but these are like pure white, like ravens almost. And you recognize these. This is the town guard. All of the town guard are sort of either this white raven like Aarakocra or some sort of tabaxi. But they've never been this well armed. You know, they're town's guards, so they usually have a rapier or a club or whatever by their side for crowd control or defense should something happen. But they now are all posted at attention in front of every single door in town. And they are heavily armed. Way heavier than you've ever seen.
Comparing to the front gate guards, what does their armor look like?
These guys, they have full kit. It's very clean, very well kept, heavy plate armor. Kind of like Fallon's. It's less decorative than Fallon's, but it is beautiful armor, and it's heavy. At the front, they're wearing, like, you know, maybe a chainmail vest or like thick leather armor, and it's kind of tattered, but the town's guard are pristine and they are very well armed. It's a very odd dichotomy. Strix, you have never seen this before. The front guard is usually manned by the regular town's guard. The four up front did not look like regular town's guard to you.
This is very locked down compared to usual.
I kind of feel like an asshole because we're not masked up.
Strix, upon hearing that, kind of takes his like scarf thing and just puts it over his face just to fit in some more, I guess.
Yeah, Nibiros will do the same.
So,
Sorry. Fuck.
Damn, I didn't know the sickness was retrievable outside a game too.
No, with the sickness. Ooh, ah.
so
Yeah.
if you know there's a sickness or a plague or whatever you want to call it going around, why are they so well armed? They're better armed than most guards I see.
I don't know. This isn't usual. I mean,
they're keeping people inside.
I suppose,
That's
yeah.
obvious, right? Yeah.
Sure, but do you need full plate armor and, you know, all that weaponry to keep, you know, some commoners in? Like, it can't be that much work. Hell, they
No,
could
but
just
better
barricade the
safe than
doors if they needed
sorry.
to.
As you're having this conversation, Fallon, behind you, you hear what sounds like a heavy glaive hit the stone. Like the end of a glaive hit the stone 3 times. And you hear a throat clear. Do you turn?
Yeah, sorry. She, like, immediately turns at the first hit.
There is a very decorated white raven Aarakocra standing behind you. She is almost more well armed and more armored than the town's guard, and they're already at an elevated level. She has a thick face covering, and goggles very similar, and she has this heavy, like 7-foot glaive. She's just holding it in one hand like it's a feather. You can see she has the symbol of Fior. Strix, you recognize her as the as a member of the Noble Guard, which is like top guard, right?
Okay.
These guys control all the other town's guard. And she has a symbol of Fior on her chest. You actually know her, being a noble yourself. Her name is Mithra. And she looks like she means business. Pardon for the introduction, or to the interruption, but why are you out of your homes?
We're not from around here. I mean, well, most of us anyway.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the city is on a strict lockdown. What business do you have here right now?
Buying
We
a
were
horse
hoping
or a bit
to
of
buy a
something?
horse,
Yeah,
but
beast of burden
that
of some
doesn't
kind.
seem like an option right now.
They let us in at the gate. So.
Yeah, I mean, Fallon would kind of like rustle in her like bags and pull out the champion's letter again, and just kind of show her.
She snatches it from you and reads it. Champions. She tosses it at your feet. You lot always were so entitled.
We
Oh,
literally didn't choose that situation.
Yeah, first of all, we were selected. Second
Enough.
of all, okay.
If you would like horses, I can get you horses and get you out of my town as fast as possible. Does that seem amenable to everyone here?
Perfect.
Ideal, honestly.
Wonderful. How many horses do you need?
Two.
2? You watch as she walks over. You see that there is a towns guard standing at the stables as you follow her. With her glaive, she kind of makes a gesture, and he steps aside. She walks into the stables and raps on the door with the glaive. A small, what appears to be halfling woman, opens the door. She has a thick face covering on, and she's visibly shaking. Yes? I'm so sorry for the intrusion. I'm going to need to commandeer 2 horses. Is that all right?
Wait, we'll pay.
I mean, I'll take the horse. Shut up. Hush.
Mithra kind of glares back at you. You almost feel paralyzed by the gaze. It's like she's a very intimidating woman.
I think Fallon likes those.
And the lady kind of tenses up a little bit. Mithra, darling, I'm running a business here. I can't just give 2 horses without an explanation. Don't worry, darling. You will be compensated. And you watch, she pulls out 2 platinum and hands it to the halfling woman, who very quickly takes it, nods at her, closes the door. Take your pick of horse, and then get out of my town.
What horses are we looking at? How many? What do they look like?
You see in the pasture, there are about 4 horses. One of them is this big, muscly, beautiful Clydesdale. Another one is what's clearly a burden horse. Massive hooves, these beautiful featherings on the legs, pale, sort of cream color. You see another one. It's a black horse. It's very lithe and slender. And another one you see is sort of almost like a calico pattern, and it looks like just a normal plow horse of some kind. In the actual stables, you see 2 horses. One of them appears to be injured, like it has a broken leg of some kind, with like wrappings and a stint put on it. And another one in the stables appears to be a foal, like a young horse.
So, do we just take the 2 biggest?
I mean, the
healthiest
2
ones?
biggest, right? That seems like the call.
Well, it seems a little rude to take both. They're good ones.
She
I
gave him
mean,
2 platinum.
Yeah.
Frankly, that's overkill for 2 horses.
All right.
Yep, totally. Let's
That's
just
the
get
goal.
those and get on out of here. Sorry about your library. Look, we got a chance.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know what the deal is here. I don't like it though.
You see Mithra kind of stamp her glaive into the ground again, and you see 2 guards from opposing housing kind of look up at attention. She makes a gesture that you don't quite recognize, but they begin to walk towards her. Tomas, Layden, can you please get these fucks out of my town as quickly and expediently as possible? They nod. You'll have an escort out of town to make sure you don't cause any trouble. Have a blessed day. She smiles, this kind of malicious, angry smile, and then walks back to her post. And you are left with Layden and Tomas.
She always like that.
The one that was referred to as Layden, sort of a very thin, lithe tabaxi, with several daggers hanging from his hip, and a long sword in his hand, goes, It's been a rough week for all of us. We're all on edge, just a little bit. Now we should go very quickly before she yells at us or beheads me. Let's go. And he kind of ushers you to one of the exit points.
Oh.
It's quite a long walk, so if you wanted to talk, you could.
I'm gonna sit up on the wagon now that we have horses.
You, Fallon, you would have done this a million times. Pashalik, you may have. Navarro's, maybe? I'm not sure. Strix, definitely not. This is entirely beneath you.
Awesome.
But to be fair, I think I had people that did it for me also.
Yeah. Fallon, Navarro's, maybe you definitely hitch the horses to the wagon and you're all able to. It's a tight squeeze and you kind of have to hold on to each other to not fall off because there are no walls. But, and you begin to. Are any of you like on the horses guiding them? Because that is necessary.
I thought
I
there
don't
was
know
a,
if Strix would know how
was
to
there
do
not a front
that.
bench
Maybe
where-
he would.
I'd worry. I mean,
was there not a front bench where the person who
It's
would
on the
steer
back.
a wagon? Oh,
It's on the
that's
back.
A
You have
weird
to be-
wagon.
It's a very simple wagon. It's just like a
Oh.
pallet and a bench on the back, and then the hitch at the front. It's a very, very simple. It's almost like a stock wagon instead of like a riding wagon.
Gotcha.
I think
So somebody
Fallon-
would.
Can I can I use my speak with animals to guide the fucking horses
works.
as a ranger?
I mean, you could. There's
Okay.
no telling if they'll listen to you, but you could try.
Sure, I'll expend a spell slot for it. Why the fuck not?
Okay.
Um,
What do you say to the horses?
I'll just be like, hey guys, wait, do I have to say? Is it anything that I can say, or
You're
is
just
it
talking.
specific
You can just
words?
speak horse now.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. So I speak horse, and I just go, hey guys, I'm sorry that we plucked you from your home, but we really need to get to this spot in. Is it Idermule?
Item mule, yes.
I was like, I can lead you there, and so no worries there. Just we just needed your help carrying the wagon.
Make an
Um,
animal handling check at advantage because of the speak with
Woo!
animals. And you're asking so nicely.
Oh, thank you. Okay, where's animal handling? Bonk. 14.
One of them, the big muscly Clydesdale, kind of ruffles and shakes at you, but the other one goes, "Oh yeah, sure," and begins to trot. They can speak back.
Oh shit! Thank you guys.
And begins to trot alongside. The two guards, Tomas and Layden, are following close behind you.
Fallon would be chatting with the guards, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Because, like, I imagine the others feel the same way, but this is like a really fucking weird situation. It's, I don't know.
Okay. What do you ask them? What do you say?
I guess Fallon would ask why there has to be a guard stationed at every house, because that feels excessive.
The one, Layden goes, so, plague hit everyone really hard in the last week or so, and people were getting kind of up in arms about it, you know, because people are sick and dying and everyone's stressed, and there was a little riot.
So, okay.
So we had to enforce a citywide lockdown, keep everyone in their homes so no one gets hurt. I don't know.
Okay. So that Mithra she's the one in charge?
One of them, she's the one in charge around the square. There are four. She's a noble guard. She's like big dog. but there's one up in the Hathra district, I think. There's one in the outskirts, the patrols. It's just been kind of a mess. And you know, all of our guards are at every house now. So we had to pick up some commoners to run the checkpoints. That's been a fucking nightmare.
And I assume that's how we got in the first place.
Yeah.
They looked a bit untrained. So
Well, you know, strange times, strange bedfellows. And you see Tomas. He looks a little older, a little more experienced. And he has a like a pole arm, like a quarterstaff. And you watch as he whacks the foot of Layton. Layton kind of yelps and like jumps. It's like, what'd you do that for? We're just supposed to get these guys out of town. Layton, quit talking so much. And you continue.
oh, not like I'm gonna do anything about your lockdown. Listen, I don't care. I'm not from here. I'm just curious why it's so strict. I mean, you guys are loaded out with every weapon imaginable. It just seems a bit much for commoners, even if there was a riot.
Well, the older one kind of speaks up. Well, when people are stressed, they find strength they didn't know they had, I suppose. And, it was not good. There were several fires. Many people perished. And, the noble houses felt threatened by these commoners and their sticks and their lighters. It was ridiculous. So they enforced a lockdown, and now we're here.
Upon hearing like the nobles feeling threatened, Fallon would probably like catch a glare at Strix. And then like continue chatting with them just about nonsense, really.
It takes part of an hour or so to walk to the next checkpoint. The elder guard, Tomas, leans in to the desk, and there's a very, very pretty sort of Eladrin woman. Orange skin, bright blonde hair, amber-colored eyes. She doesn't appear to be Autumn Guard. She just appears to be just a civilian Eladrin. And he kind of leans in, and kind of gives her a wink. Let these people through, will ya, doll? She giggles and nods. And the gates open and you are free to leave.
Oh,
So that
let's
was
get out of
weird.
here.
Yeah, just keep going.
As we walk,
You're on a cart in a horse.
well, yeah, but as the horses walk, how long
As
was
we
my spell
ride.
for? Well, I think it was 10 minutes. Or I think, hold on, let me see my spell.
On the road again.
Floating disc would have faded.
Yeah, floating just would have faded. My speak with the animals would have faded, but I do think it would have been funny that Niberos would have been making jokes with the horses.
You could have done that on the walk, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's canon now.
So I mean, obviously that place was fucked up. I really, really hope that Mithra person's actually an asshole. We're gonna just murder them freely later, but we'll find out. I'm sure. That was a steal for 2 horses, though. Can you believe that?
Yeah. I'm not gonna
20
say no to
gold?
that.
Holy shit! That's not even the cost of 1 horse. These horses are probably gonna die in an hour.
Well,
Oh right. I forgot it was 10 for platinum. I was thinking of Terraria where it's 100 for a platinum.
I was wondering why you were okay with ripping that person off so much, but also I wouldn't.
And
put it
that was
past you.
awesome.
Fallon
Okay.
doesn't know how money works.
it's canon
Fallon
now.
doesn't care about money. Fallon
Fallon wasn't ranked high enough to worry about supply costs.
Literally.
Yeah, fair.
She does not interact with Platinum.
I had to do my whole budget. It was ridiculous.
I've never seen a platinum before then. That was kind of cool.
I mean, pretty much I've had everything, paid for me, working with, the enforcers, food, housing, all of it. Pretty cush gig, if you ask me.
Yeah, that must be nice.
But yeah, so that's where you're from, Strix?
Yeah, sure.
You don't seem too happy.
Yes, I don't really want to talk about it, okay?
Okay.
Are you okay though?
I'm
Strix?
fine. I just want to let it go. I just want to get out of here, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what's going on there, and you asking me any questions isn't really gonna get anything, so...
Understandable. Well, if you do need to talk, I'm here.
And if you need someone to punch, I'm here.
Well, I'll do that any day.
That was cute. Okay. So you set off. You guys did not purchase any food or water for the horses.
Correct.
So,
It's okay, I have carrots.
But
Wait.
it only took us 2 hours to walk here, so I can't imagine how much longer it'll take to pick horses.
I mean, they're horses. They eat grass.
And I have carrots.
And there's a river we're gonna pass to get to the temple.
yeah, you guys are fine.
Yeah, fine.
It is going to take about...
30 years.
How long did I say it took to walk?
It took 2 hours last time.
For what? Nothing took 2 hours.
That's what it was.
No. It was like 2 days, wasn't it?
I think, something like that.
I think
Well,
it was 2 days to get up to Tia's
It took you 2 hours to get out of the forest from the start of the session.
Alright. I'm pretty sure it's why I gave you such a hard time, is because it only took a couple of hours to get from there to there.
Hey, Nightmare Child, I'm changing shit because I don't know how time works.
Please do.
It's gonna take you a handful of days to get to the temple. And you know that you are on a time crunch. Like, the trial is tomorrow, time crunch. So, would you like to send a message or send word to anyone?
Can we send word to somebody who has fucking Teotol so we can, I don't know, at least some of us can get there on time? I don't know.
I feel like the
Okay.
only message that we could send that would be fast enough would be to L, because we have the box, the letterbox.
You do have the letterbox. You also have items for the High Priest and Priestess of Turtleoct and Marwos,
We
respectively.
do. I
True.
forgot about
I do have
that.
the cauldron.
Yes. So you could send word to them to tell them that you're going to be quite late.
Well, I don't want my boss to know we're being late.
Well, I can let the margin person know.
So
Is,
how
is
far
T-
is it?
What?
Like, I know it's a couple
45
days, you
feet.
said, but like how that was just me like doing a straight line just to see.
I'm just being silly.
So how far away is it now with the change?
I don't know. I don't know how time or distance works. It's real far. It's like 2 days, 3 days.
Okay, I was just curious.
From
Would
your
it be-
current location, 3 days.
Because horses can move quick.
Yeah, we are on horseback now.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
how
feel like-
fast
because
horses
it took us
move.
2 days by foot to get to Teal Skull
Horse.
originally,
Average
or to
pace.
yeah.
The D&D speed is 30 miles a day.
Okay, so the average horse manages, it says 10 to 17 miles per hour an hour, or of course it is an hour. Anyways, so if we like it's like 13 miles an hour. So, say we're traveling for 8 hours.
3 days on foot, plus time to get over the rivers. With horses. I don't know how you're going to do that.
There's got to be bridges somewhere.
There is a bridge on this side of the river where you are. You see that there is a bridge.
Yeah,
like-
so that's one river taken care of.
Like here. There is
Like,
not
how
a
did we-
bridge from the ravine unless you count the mushroom bridge.
You're telling me this place doesn't have roads?
Wait, then how did we get over the last time with the kids?
How did you?
I don't think we thought about it.
We walked 2 hours and we were there. And we didn't think about it.
It took us 2 days. I know it took us 2 days.
We took a boat and we went around through the ocean.
Okay, we'll say there's a bridge here for ease.
Okay.
I don't care anymore.
How about we say we're like half a day late, right? Like I'll
Yeah.
have the travel time with the horses,
We'll let them know.
or a day and a half. I mean, sorry.
Well,
With the
it's
horses, you can.
tomorrow.
With the horses, you can be there in a day and a half. We'll cut the speed in half.
Okay.
I mean, that was a big point of getting the horses because we were like, oh fuck, we're gonna be late,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like the whole thing.
and also because we had sick ass.
And we knew it would be easier.
And you have the rest of this day. So the rest of this day would count as the half. And then tomorrow. And then you'd be there on the third day. So you'd be 1 day late.
Yeah,
How long
we'll
is
just
the
let
trial? How many days is it?
You don't know. You didn't ask.
Shit.
Well, it's time to fucking let them know we're gonna be late, I guess.
I guess we gotta
Oh,
book it.
What do we say? What do we say?
I know. We just say we got caught up in some crazy town and they held us hostage.
Right, rude.
We got caught up in some crazy forest and it held us hostage.
That's better.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could say Pecan Forest took a lot longer than we thought it would.
Or we could just, say, Udaris was trying to slow us down with her fanatics.
Well,
I think you should just keep it to what happened. And just be like, all right, we got 2 people to speak out against Udaris. Took longer than we wanted. Easy.
yeah.
We gotta make up a whole lot of stuff.
I just want to throw the bitch under the bus.
That's fine. What's a
cart.
bus? Anyways.
It's a long cart.
It's a long cut.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
So you send a message through the letterbox. To whom?
To who the fuck is the guy from Marwas?
Nephius Kane.
That guy.
What a great name.
Thank you.
Nephius Kane. I'll send it to Mr. Nephius. I'm like, hello.
I'm sure he'll take the news well.
Listen, it's
Why do you think I'm not sending it? Not my letter.
hey, I'm signing it Pashalik Grimzo, so
Feel free. I write everything in my papers.
fine. I'll sign it, Renata.
Wow. Toss the cat under the bus.
No. Renata has no
bus?
affiliation to anywhere, so it's okay.
Exactly. So she wouldn't know the customs. So it's only fair to be like, hey, this is Renata speaking. We gotta do this, right?
Okay. So you send a letter to Nephius saying that you got caught up in the Pecan Forest, you lost track of time, it took longer than you wanted, and you're going to be a day late. Is that what you're saying?
And
Yes,
witnesses.
and we sent 2 witnesses their way.
Okay.
And give them the names of the witnesses.
Yes. Lakobo
Villo
and Villo.
Lakobo Silas. Okay. You send off the letter. It takes about an hour and a half of your travel before you get word back. Box shakes. You open it. You find a small piece of paper that says, fine, problem with imprisonment anyway, trial delayed by 2 days.
Bro's talking like a teenager.
He's busy.
Yeah, it's probably short and sweet for a reason.
He doesn't have time for your shit. He rules a country.
We're important people too.
Not important
We
enough.
save countries. We overthrew a government. That's like important shit.
So we're
Yep.
gonna, for the sake of brevity, we're gonna speed through the travel. We cool with that?
No, I like the long, grueling travels, Em.
Yeah, I was really hoping for like, in universe, we're gonna keep the time out of the game.
This is
Yeah.
actually going to be a day-and-a-half long session where
So
we're just
one for
role-playing
one.
the travel.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I like to fall
Day-to-day
asleep.
life.
Road trip session.
It's okay. You can sit on my backpack. It's actually very soft.
No, I'm not touching any of your bags.
We should have made a boat.
So,
They've all got
We
hands in them.
should've. No, they don't. Only one of them has hands. And multiple.
so
Anyways,
you travel for the remainder of the day. You allow a couple breaks for the horses to stop and graze. You get about, a little under halfway there. It's a slow road home. The cart is cramped and uncomfortable, and the walk feels endless. But you know somehow that something is coming to an end. This race against the clock for allies or enemies, information or justice, it's coming to an end. The trial is soon, and then that will end, and with it, the reign of High Priestess Primara Udaris. Everything seems to be ending, but a small voice in the back of your minds screams that this is only the beginning. You make camp in a small clearing. You set up, your bedrolls, your cart for some of you. And there's a moment of discomfort that is shared between all of you. And you know that you have this big thing coming up. Like the night before, like a big test or something, and there's that like pit in the bottom of your stomach. It's like that. You may talk amongst yourselves if you wish, but
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if we get there and the bird has got out somehow.
Yeah, they said trouble with imprisonment? What's
Yeah.
that mean?
All
I
I'm
know.
saying is if they got out when we could have just straight up killed them, we're taking that option next time. On whoever it is.
For once, I agree with you.
I'm very agreeable.
You are very well, only sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I make a
it's
lot of
fine.
sense.
If it was a bigger issue, they would have sent word to us without us writing it
I don't
first.
think they would have. I don't think we really matter.
I mean, we were relegated to chance this time.
Yes, but we were the ones who, kind of overthrew her in the first place. I hope they at least give us some credit, but,
I hope so.
The only credit they'll give us is if she escapes or if it gets worse, we're gonna be, really scapegoated.
No, they
Our
were
ineptitude.
we have in writing. They're the ones who told us to not kill her.
You can believe what you believe. I'm just, always plan for the worst.
So I'm just trying to be a little optimistic about this, Ideally, we'll get to see her burn.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Is it though?
I mean, at this point, I just want this to be over.
Do you think they'd let me light the pyre if I asked nicely?
I think you'd do it regardless.
Well, no. I mean, I'd like to.
I feel like you would think about it at least.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, but after, all this is over anyways, what's next, right? Like, we're kind of on our own now. We don't have a direction because nobody's telling us what to do.
Oh, we'll find something.
Yeah.
Something always crops up.
Yeah, and I mean, at least the constant is us. You know, it's not like we have several people coming in and out. Like, it's not just Pashalik and 3 people, and then after this job, it's Pashalik and 3 other people. It's us. You know.
I don't know if I don't know if it was a good or a bad thing that you chose me for both of your examples.
No, it was
But-
a good thing. It was a good thing.
Okay.
Maybe.
And, Strix, don't put words in my mouth.
I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're thrown into this by chance, and no one even gives us the light of day.
I don't know, maybe I could just go home after this part.
I don't know if they'll let us do that. I mean, I'd like to go home, but
I don't think
Much
that's
prefer
really
my
a
old job.
choice for us.
Yeah, well, if
definitely
you
not
go
a
home, you're gonna be
choice.
locked into a house, so...
I mean, it's definitely not a choice for me. I don't really like my home.
you can live at my place.
Do you even have a place? I thought you lived in like a barrack, you said.
I mean, it's a place with the army, but you know.
Like, can you
I-
just invite people over? Just be like, hey, come on in.
I have
Also, do you think
connections.
that I would fare well in the army?
You're doing fine here, so like, I mean,
Not really.
I mean, they're not wrong. Have you looked at them? Like, at any time we fought anything?
Lovingly,
Oh,
I'm a little squishy.
maybe you'd fare better with plate armor.
Maybe. I was like, but I also am. Listen, I learned how to use a bow not too. Probably 5 months before this started, and I'm just putting this to practice, and it's not going.
Do you want to learn how to use a spear? I can teach you. Buy a new one for you, but
I mean, I used to use a crossbow. That's kind of like a bow.
It's pretty cool. I like crossbows.
All right.
there's not guns in this universe, is there?
No.
Damn.
Once you magic, it's just kind of like, well, why would I have the thing?
Magic
You
gun.
know? I just
Artificers.
Pew.
I would like to see Fallon with a gun. I just want to see all my characters with a gun.
Something's
So
wrong with you.
That's a whole mood. You all sit there for a couple hours, chatting, shooting shit, you know.
Shooting shit.
Shooting shit.
So she did find a gun.
You can
Strix with a gun.
shoot
Wait,
with other
wait.
things.
Like a bow.
Yeah, but
Like a
it's,
ball?
it's funnier.
But you all sit there. Just. Eventually, the chatter dies off a little. You're all just kind of uncomfortably staring at each other. And you know that you have a really long day ahead of you. So, unless there's anything else you would like to do, we're going to take a long rest.
Dang,
Yay.
we sleep a lot.
We're EP guys. Like, being
Bravo.
champion's hard work.
Wait, before we go for rest, I want to go up to Nabarros and I want to say, Nabarros, you like tea? Nabarros here.
Oh, and your mic
Oh.
popped out.
Oh shit.
All I'm hearing
Can you
is
hear me?
scratch, 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 scratch.
Yeah, his mic popped out. Ooh.
Okay, wait. Is that better?
Yes, you
Okay.
sound like words now.
Okay, that was weird. I mean, I've had like one form of tea, and it was a tea my dad made, but that's all. That's about it. I liked it fine.
Do I have any form
What?
of like cups or anything? I'm gonna pour us some tea, but then I realize I probably don't have.
You have a mess kit?
Do I have a what kit?
Mess kit.
Mess
That
kit?
has cups in it.
No, I do not have.
Yeah.
No, because I think that you took the scholar pack, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brawler's pack yet.
Does nobody else have a mess kit?
See
That's
if
a
you
really
can
good
find a kit.
question. I think I have a survivalist kit. Or whatever it's called.
You do have a mess kit, yeah.
Oh, I do have a mess kit? Oh,
Yeah.
shit! I have
So
a
you have
mess kit,
cups.
Bessie! Yeah, so out of my bag, I pull out, just like a little mess kit. A little couple cups.
Oh, look at that. I want to pour us 2 little cups of tea between the two of us.
As you pour it, even though you've been traveling with it all day, it's still hot. Like not hot enough to burn the roof of your mouth, but it's still relatively hot. It's quite pleasant. It's not like the best tea in the world. It's green tea. It's kind of got that bitter herbal taste to it, but
I
it's
wanna
quite pleasant.
prestidigitation so bad.
just freeze it.
Just freeze it, make it taste gross, something.
That's so evil of you, you know that?
I mean, yeah.
In character.
Very Pachalik.
I just thought it was funny.
I feel like it would have been funny.
You drink your tea.
Yes.
Is that
That's
oh,
all,
no.
at least. I
Yeah.
wanted... Just wanted to use
Bear
our tea
seems
before
to
we
really
slept.
like it. Yeah. Bear seems
All
to
right,
really
all right,
like it.
split up. Save space for the goddesses.
What?
6 feet, 6 feet.
Wait,
Spread it out.
Pachalik, get
Whoa,
over dad.
spread him out.
Get away, scooch.
What? Oh, God, okay.
Yeah.
Strix, you feel like chill, like you feel cold around your ankles, and you watch as Deidre's like shooing you with Pashalik.
I just kind of swap Pashalik's like hat off with my wing. Crap.
Oh, that's my bald spot.
Oh, come on, we all knew you had a bald spot.
Well, that's fine. It's not a thing I'm ashamed about.
Yeah, be proud of it, Pachalik.
Yeah, we're definitely keeping an eye on you. You scoot away.
Oh,
Keep this up. You're grounded.
no.
Grounded. Okay, Dad.
I'll do it. I'll cast Earth by.
You guys are the youngest people in the party.
Yeah.
Freaking
Be
children.
nice to us. What have we ever done to you? Don't answer that.
Deidre's like, yeah, children, and she kind of stomps around.
That's right. Keep this up, and I'm gonna have her keep an eye on you.
She's 30.
True.
I mean,
I mean,
and with that, we all fall into place and take a very nice, peaceful sleep for
Do we need
the
watch?
first time, if you'd like to.
I mean, Navi can take watch.
And we're gonna split you two up, so I'll watch with the rabbit.
Yeah, I'll watch too. And she kind of perches on Pashalik's hat, and it freezes the top of it.
Okay.
My sick bucket hat.
Bucket hat. So Navi and Pash are first watch, I guess.
Perception check, both of you individually or with advantage. One of you.
I'll do mine with advantage, if that's okay with you.
Sounds. I might give my advantage to Deidre.
Actually, you know what? That's valid. I'll do a perception check then. That's an 11. That's an 8. Well, and I have a
you
plus
kind of-
4. This is fucking awful.
You're kind of just chilling. You're not really paying that much attention. You're in a big clearing. If something happens, like you're gonna see it regardless. But your watch goes smoothly. Deidre, however, gets very distracted playing with a rabbit, and she almost freezes it to death.
Damn, that 21 didn't do very well.
Well, she saw a rabbit, like a
Yeah.
tiny baby rabbit in a field.
So,
So-
wow.
She like shoots off your hat. You kind of have to like catch it, and it's just like,
What's with
okay.
people knocking off my hat?
Nobody
it
wants
seems
the
to be
hat
a
today.
Problem, I guess.
She goes about 30 feet away and starts playing with this rabbit.
Like, I know it's a cool hat, but I mean, it's my hat.
Yeah. I guess as the night kind of drones on, Nibiru's kind of looks at Pash and is like, so I don't think I've ever asked, what's Morwash like? Is it? I mean,
Cold.
it's cold. Okay.
Yeah.
What about? I mean, what about your, your family? What's that? How's that? Is that?
Look, Rabbit, I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to get from me here.
No, I want a conversation.
That's
If we're
fine.
gonna-
I
if we're
don't.
gonna pass the time. Might as well.
I think it was kind of fine. I'm mostly doing this to make sure that you and the owl are keeping it above board. But I'm still a little upset with you in general. So I mean, it's fine, but calm yourself.
But why?
I just don't think that leaving those kids alive was a good call. I respect that you're young as well, and you've got to see what's going on. But sometimes knocking the problem out before it becomes the problem is the right call.
Yeah, but they weren't gonna be a problem.
How do you know?
'Cause
We
they were
disposed the one person that gave them protection, that gave them a safe place to be, and we
I
got
mean-
rid of them.
To be fair, they didn't see any of that.
I mean, come on. We showed up, and their whole world fell apart. Sure, the green person did the actual stuff while they were there, but like, we didn't let her go. We put her into prison.
Yeah. I don't
So,
know.
I mean, we're not exactly on the good guy list of those little rabbits.
I don't know. They seem to have a fine time traveling with us.
I think anything that would have felt like they kept them safe, they would have played along with.
Maybe.
But we took them away from what was essentially their home and just threw them into a traveling merchant caravan.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
I might have made a mistake, and that's fine. But I don't. I'm not gonna apologize for something that I did when I thought it was right, unless I see the impact.
I'm not asking for an apology. That's not what I'm looking for here. I just wanted you to know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So you're not
okay.
getting blindsided by this situation.
I completely understand that. Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you gotta make the hard call in order for the long term to work.
Yeah. There were so many scenarios that were running through my head where, I mean, Udaris was pinned down. If we killed her, would they think it was us? Would we have this trial? Would we set her to justice? Would I feel like right now we made the best call putting her, on trial, because depending on her sentence, if we let her rot, then we let her rot.
I mean, possibly. I think that the bigger issue is, I think the bigger issue is that we could have just let the bird rot in the ground. We could have just. I'd rather that if we get there, we already know that there's some kind of containment issue. Easily, she could just like, whoop, oh, she's gone. Fuck,
Yeah.
Or the princess or whatever, someone else could have spirited her away. for whatever reason, who knows. All I know is the more we learn about the bird, the more I think we made the wrong call leaving her alive. I think we should have killed her and then sent the letters.
Maybe.
Been like, oh, well, she died in the combat.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but you might be right. You might
know.
be. Hey, you're the older one here. Like you.
Bless you.
You have
Thank
the
you.
experience. I thought weighing all the options, leaving her alive was bet.
I don't know your story, Rabbit. I really don't. I don't, we're all kind of just tossed in here for the best kind of situation. But every time you look at something and there's a chance of something going wrong, it's usually bad to stop it before it ever has that opportunity. You cut that path off before it begins to flay apart and spread out. That's the only way to really keep stuff, kind of locked down.
Yeah.
That's in my experience. I don't know. I've never been inside a lot, so the feel of people.
Okay, Logan, I'm sorry. You're choppy, really, really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't be sorry. That's wrong.
Oh.
Oh. Hello.
Hold up. Discord just
Okay. What we're gonna do is
Oh no.
reset the Paul. And
Hello. Okay. Okay. We all just needed
Hello?
to reset. I think.
Oh, heck.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
I can hear
We're good.
everyone.
We're-
It's not just robot noises.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot. I felt bad. A lot of Pash's speech was robotic, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, all I
fuck.
heard was
Oh, there we
I was like, oh god, my internet.
I got the gist. It was
I didn't
basically
even
like
get
nip
that.
it in.
I
was
can
basically-
start. I don't know where we were at.
It was basically like nip it in the bud. Don't let
Yeah.
things fan out of control. Was the
Yeah.
gist of his speech.
That's more or less it. I just was saying you got to take it. If there's a chance for something to go wrong, just stop it before it ever has that opportunity. Just
That is
cut
awful
the thread
advice.
before the thread splits out. Easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Make sure you burn the whole family inside the house instead of just the one who was the bad guy.
Well,
Look, it only happened like 4 times.
4 seems like a lot.
I mean, it's
More than
Fine.
average.
only one was more than a 3-person family.
And that's a good thing?
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
You know,
Alright.
they were bad people. Their kids could have been bad. So
Okay.
just got rid of the whole situation.
Okay. Well, if you thought that was good, then yeah, yeah.
Well, what we had to do is we had to nail in the doors and the windows while they were still inside, and then we lit it on fire.
Oh, okay. I don't need the details.
Well, I just want to kind of work my way through what I was doing, just so you kind of know where I'm coming from.
Okay. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. That's a lot. I don't. Yep.
That was
I
pretty
don't-
easy, actually. It wasn't that bad.
And
We could do it sometime. I could show you.
No, I'm
I'm sure
good.
there's somebody worth
Yeah.
burning.
No, I'm great actually.
Maybe
that's-
that Mithra person. We could find their house and just kind of burn it with them in it.
I actually wouldn't be opposed to that. She was kind of a bitch. So, yeah. Well, so Navarro's is kind of kicking their feet and looking around.
You thought about
So-
not using your bow? Like, is there any other options you have? Because I don't mean to attack you with it, but it's like,
No, I mean, no, it's fine, it's fine. And they start rummaging kind of through their pack. I have a club and a dagger.
I mean, I don't know. Those might work better just because, I don't know. I'm not trying to attack you here, but I mean, all of us go into a fight, and I miss sometimes too. You know, my fire wasn't super effective against those little balls that we beat up, the little
Yeah.
ghost balls. And so it's obviously I'm not always effective either.
No,
But- You know, I'm not trying. Again, not trying to attack you, but it's been.
no,
Yeah,
you know, you can just say that I suck.
you
I-
kind of suck.
I-
Okay,
I'm-
yeah. You're a kid. I felt
under-
bad.
No, it's listen. It's fine. It's fine at this point.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it myself. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, look, it's up to you. I was just saying.
Yeah. I don't know. I was, you know, I was thinking about figuring something else to do, but I don't know.
I don't know. You seem pretty. You seem pretty clever. Probably more into it. Maybe not. I mean, maybe not what I do, but maybe something like that could be something you could figure out. Maybe you could be like the owl and just get a cheat sheet magic, where it's just like, oh yeah, I just got magic now.
I haven't.
It's warlock magic. I don't know how they do it, but it's weird. All right.
No, you're right. I don't know how they do it either. I just kind of accept it.
Yeah, I just know they
What's
don't
with
work
the
for
shitting on warlocks today?
Hey, listen. To be fair, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it happens.
I said it was weird.
I haven't said anything negative. I'm just saying, yeah, they do it.
Oh no, you're very mindful. Is all I'm saying. Something it might
Yeah.
help you out.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, after a pause, Navi will flick the little ring, and let out Paul, just so he can sit on Navi's lap.
He's a heavy beast. He's an alligator.
Well, he can rest his
But-
head on Navi's lap.
He does, and he kind of crawls over. He's very slow on land, but he kind of crawls over and he lays his head on your lap, and he kind of lets the tongue flop out. It's kind of gross because it kind of just like slaps onto your leg. It's like, ugh. You know that thing dogs do where sometimes they lag and their tongue just stays on your leg or whatever? It's like
Yeah.
that. But it's very cute, and he just kind of happily lays there.
It's so slow. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's insane how slow that thing is.
No, it's slow, but he's a good baby. Like, look, pet him. He's sweet.
I'm okay.
Pet
Scales
him.
are. It's kind of gross.
Look, hey,
It's probably slimy.
Pajalik,
Yeah.
give me your hand,
No.
please.
Look, I don't want to touch it. I think it's fine
Please.
over here.
Listen,
It's like not even all lizard. It's like a fish lizard. It's two different types. It's weird. It's just a weird.
yeah,
it's a weird. It seems
look,
like a weird texture. I don't know. It's not my. It's
no,
not-
it's not a weird texture. Have you touched my journal? It's the
No.
same thing.
Why would I touch your journal?
I don't
Books are private to people.
know. Okay, well, you know what? That's actually very understandable. But no, just
know what you're talking
one little touch of one of the fins. You don't even have to touch the scales.
I don't really
Please.
wanna.
Pashalik,
Why do I have to touch this? But I was allowed to kill kids. This is some double standards.
Don't bite.
I mean, to be fair, if this thing dies, I could just, after after a day or so, I can just bring him back.
Fine, I'll touch the slow ass lizard. But
Yeah, thank you.
You put your hand on it. It feels like a crocodile or a snake. Like
yeah,
it's
all those times I've touched
leathery.
those.
It's smooth. It does have a very slight mucus coating. But it's like it's weird, but it's like, okay, this is not that bad.
Easy for you to say. This is gross.
He does kind of nuzzle into your hand a little.
All right, that's enough.
He's a delight.
Nope, and I'm like wiping it on my coat. Like, all
At
right.
this point, Deidre finishes terrifying this poor rabbit and comes back over.
I forgot she was tormenting a rabbit.
Good job, Deidre.
Can Deidre hear me?
Yeah, she flew over.
Okay. Hey Deidre,
What?
would you like to pet the crocodile?
It's
Yeah.
cold-blooded. She's gonna kill it.
I can bring it back.
They're kind of made of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like magic holding, like the crocodile is all magic. She's kind of magic. But she kind of, and she kind of jumps off his hat again, and it kind of knocks it into his face.
Just keep fucking with the hat. I keep fixing the hat. We gotta find the part. There it goes.
And she just kind of lays on the crocodile. Is it an alligator or crocodile? I don't know.
It's
It's
a
a
Feymeyer
fish thing.
It's a Feymeyer crocodile.
Crocodile. She kind of lays across it, like on its back, and is like petting it. And normally when she does this, it would freeze over with like this thin layer of permafrost. It doesn't seem to have that effect on your spiritual beast.
Okay.
And she just kind of lays on it. It seems very content with this.
Deidre, do you like it?
Where's the voice? I don't really know what it is,
It's a
but
crocodile.
it's cute. And she kind of pats it on the head.
I think he likes you.
After a couple minutes, she flies back up and sits on Pashalik's hat again.
Okay.
She doesn't really sit on the hat. She kind of just hovers above it like half an inch. But when she picks up of it, she actually like connects with it, and that's what's knocking it off kilter.
We're fucking with Pash's hat. That's a good
I
idea.
guess it's wild. I mean, it's like one of my only like defining traits.
I know.
It's a big hat.
Yeah.
Listen.
Big hat logo.
I-
You haven't.
It's me.
You can recall your familiar. You just haven't.
Yeah, why would I? She seems fine.
He's having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just chilling. But with that, your watch ticks to its end. And you wake up whoever's on next watch, goes without a hitch. And you go to sleep. Who's on second watch?
I have no idea.
I'll leave Deidre up for whoever needs a second person, because I know we're gonna have one where we only have one person up.
Okay. Who's on next watch?
I suppose Fallon would be.
Okay. Anyone else?
Fallon is who I would wake out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could wake up
you know
Strix.
what?
I don't know if Fallon and Strix have had a one-on-one in a while.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Okay. Fallon, Strix, make perception checks. Either one of you with advantage or individually.
What's your perception at?
Let me look.
Mine's a
I
2.
think I think mine's fairly average. Maybe like a 3 or 4. Oh, it's worse. It's 1.
Oh, okay. I'll roll this advantage then.
Okay.
11. Okay.
You feel fairly confident that you're okay. Is Deidre up?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. She's just chilling.
Yeah, I think
Like,
she's just vibing.
She's just chilling on the cart. Literally, like, the cart is covered in permafrost. But it's your watch. What would you like to do?
Oh, Fallon, I know I'm gonna be glad whenever we're done with all of this.
Name into that.
It's been tiresome.
Tired of this champion business. I want to go back to what I was doing before.
I have a feeling we're nowhere near done with that, though. It feels too important to just have us do one little thing with the, you know, Midaris.
Oh, absolutely, but one can hope.
Wonder if this is what we were, you know, chosen for by destiny or whatever. To rid this place of a corrupt leader, or we just got here by chance.
Hard to say. Whatever it is, though, it's like the fates are toying with us.
That they are.
You know, I noticed you're a bit... I don't know quite the word, but... The town... I mean, obviously it upset you, but you seem particularly bothered.
Well,
Are you ever going to talk about what's been going on there? I don't think any one of us really understands it like you do.
I don't really know everything that's been going on. I've been with the champions and stuff, but, you know, the sickness is kind of... The sickness itself hasn't drove people crazy, but the prospect of it and the threat of it has just made people crazy with... I don't know. I don't even know the words for it, really, but it's just... I didn't expect it to come to having to shut down the city and stuff. It feels a bit much. I don't know.
I don't know, that... What was it? Noble officer or whatever?
Yeah.
She rubbed me the wrong way.
I mean, that's something we can agree on.
Strix, you've actually met Mithra before?
Yeah. You mentioned that. What would my opinion be on her?
I don't know what your opinion would be, but every time you've encountered her up in the Hathra district, she's always been a very intense lady. Like, she's always been very, very serious about her job and protecting her city and the nobles that she's in charge of.
Right.
She's always been very haughty. Like, she's powerful and she knows it, and she uses that to keep people in line. She's rather respectful under normal circumstances, but she is a very intense, and she gets shit done. Like, there's a reason why she's part of the Noble Guard.
Okay. I gotcha.
So, form your own opinion.
Yeah, I mean... She has her quirks, I guess. She gets stuff done, though. Which is something that not a lot of people do. I don't know. I've never really liked her, though. But, I mean, I guess I can respect her place as much as I can respect most people's place in this world.
I don't know, she seemed to be having a power trip.
I think a lot of people in my city are like that.
What exactly is this plague even like? I mean, what does it do to people?
What are the symptoms, even? Because, like, I don't know if it's ever been, like, discussed in detail.
Yes, so it's it's a bit like the bubonic plague. Heavy coughing, retching, hives, high grade fevers, vomiting, eventually death. It also tends to, it makes people very, very tired and very, very sleepy as well. You're using all of your energy to fight off, you're itching all the time, you're throwing up all the time, you're coughing. Like, you get tired very quickly from that.
As one would
Most people,
assume.
most people don't actually die from the sickness itself. They die from their lungs collapsing from the exertion. It essentially suffocates people to death. It's really nasty.
Yeah, I think Strix would relay this information to Fallon, not really feeling a reason to like hide it and stuff. So Strix would kind of explain that like it just essentially exhausts people to death by destroying their body and sort of killing them in that way. Strix kind of mentions like, I'm just lucky I haven't really experienced it firsthand. It's kind of just been like around me. I don't know if luck is the right word though. I mean, you've been able to just, I mean, you can tell by just me. I'm higher rank or whatever you want to call it. I am nobility, and that gives me a sort of pass to avoid these kind of things just because I'm more fortunate with protection, whether that's with masks or houses or just medication and magic, all that stuff. It's tiresome to watch, though. I've tried to use my nobility as a way for me to try and help people, but no matter how many books I read in that damned library, there's nothing that's actually helped anything. There's no information about this kind of thing. I don't know if this sickness even existed before, or if it's something similar to something else. It's just, I don't know. Maybe our library just doesn't have anything for this. Maybe I have to go somewhere else. I guess that's something I've hoped, being a champion and stuff, but I've had no luck with that kind of thing. I'm hoping that being a champion can, increase my knowledge or whatever sophisticated thing I could say like that. I just want to help people. And maybe that's why I've complained less about the champion stuff than some of y'all. Not, like, pointing fingers or anything, it's just trying to think of perspective and stuff. I don't know.
I think you being a champion probably is a good thing for you. Listen, if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't want to be a noble in that town right now.
Being a noble or not a noble in that town are kind of awful. You good, Buki?
I mean, no, that was me dropping something.
You dropped something and then Buki flinched and looked at you.
Oh.
But she was in my room. Anyways. It's just, it's not good on either end. I mean, most of the nobility are enjoying the fact that they're less sick, selfish reasons and all that. I just wish people would help more instead of just trying to enforce things. I mean, I'm sure there are people helping behind the scenes, but it doesn't look like it, It just looks like they've hired people to stab people if they walk outside their house. And yes, quarantining helps, but it's not a cure. It's like, I don't know if anybody has ever recovered from it. It's that lethal, It's not something people just get better from.
I've been in the position of those guards before. Not exactly the same thing. Not really done with money quarantines before, but I doubt any of them are doing it because they want to.
No, I know that they definitely imagine it's the right thing to do, and I mean, they're not wrong either, because, like I said, quarantining is definitely a good start. It's just, I wish more would be done, I guess. I wish more could be done. I don't know if it's something that can be cured. It might just be a case of us waiting it out.
Maybe, but I mean, how long has it been there now?
Zim, hasn't it been like 20 years?
Yeah, 20, 25 years.
About, I want to say 20, 25 years? A little bit longer than I've been alive, so.
It's always been very mild. Sorry, it's always been very mild in Tianskal. You get a few cases a year. You from your research, you know that it has hit other towns way harder. Very particularly the one by the, sorry, it hit Twemi Ithiel really hard. The one by the ravine. A couple years back, and it wiped out over 50% of their population.
We started in, right?
I'm sorry.
Was that the one we started in, or was it this other one?
No, that was Anshi.
Okay.
You started in Anshi.
Okay.
But you know, the first outbreak happened in Derrick Hollow, or Dark Hollow.
Derrick Hollow?
Dark Hollow. And it's just been traveling down ever since.
It's varied in intensity and stuff in places, but as all sicknesses do, they tend to move around, and it's jumped a little bit over the continent. I suppose in my town, it's just particularly bad right now. Not like
Doesn't
all my
sound-
childhood has been about the sickness, but a good portion of it has been, talking about it. I've known about it pretty much my whole life,
No medical expert, but it doesn't seem like it's something that's going to go away by just waiting it out.
Nope. But, if you become a medical expert, maybe it'd be pretty helpful. Strix just kind of nudges you playfully.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I'd make a great doctor.
Oh, yes. Cut a few legs off, maybe that'll cure it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Look, Strix, I don't think I'll ever be the one to figure out how to, cure this plague or whatever.
Yeah.
But if anyone is, you're on the right track.
I hope so.
At least you care.
Somebody has to.
I don't know. Still rubs me the wrong way, the way that town was. It just. I mean, that was your capital, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I think so.
Tianskal.
I'm not sure.
Tianskal is the capital.
Yeah. I suppose.
I mean, it's just, I just worry for, obviously I have my ties to my own home, and I always, favor that place, but.
Of course, I'm not asking you to change your ways. You're not asking me to change mine. Well, most of the time, you're not asking me to change mine.
It does concern me to see how Fior is, though. I mean, leaderless, capital's under martial law. Sooner or later you're gonna end up like Marwas.
Oh. You guys better not be planning an attack.
Honestly, I'm sure with the plague, they'll probably keep me away from here.
Yeah. At least that'll keep you guys out.
Listen, I don't make the rules, I just listen to where they tell me to go.
Not a great system either, though.
No. I don't think anywhere here is particularly great.
No. You know, I sure thought my country was pretty good, but the longer I've been here. Or, Zim, what's the correct term? It's not country, is it?
In Machair, they're referred to as regions, but
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
it depends.
I sure thought my region was, the perfect place to live, and that, the other places were just crazy people, but I'm starting to think all of us are just crazy people.
Me too. I've been fighting under my region's name and banner for God knows how long now, and I'm not even fully sure that's what I should be fighting for anymore. It's confusing.
Maybe the point of being a champion is to open our minds a little bit. At least that's what it's done for me. I like to think it's done the same for everyone, though.
Yeah, I want to go back. I don't like things being complicated. I like the orders being given to me.
Sometimes you gotta think for yourself.
Well, it's not my specialty.
Gotta learn somehow.
Yeah.
And with that, your watch comes to a close. You wake up Renata. Renata,
Hello.
it's your watch. Deidre is sitting on the cart. Just like playing with something she found in Pashalik's bag.
Mm-hmm.
Will you make a perception check for me?
I shall do that.
You have advantage. Deidre is helping you. $11. Your watch also goes a little smoothly. However, you do notice it's starting to rain just a little bit in the early morning. Is there anything you would like to talk about with Deidre? Anything you'd like to do?
I don't have anything I can think of to say to the ghost child.
But she's a ghost child.
What's Renata got going on in her brain?
Yeah, what's she thinking about? She's a ghost kid who's telepathically linked with a goblin. Who's she gonna tell?
Exactly.
The goblin,
The
probably.
goblin? That's funny.
I love Renata's talks about not knowing where she belongs and all that stuff and being curious about other places. I'm sure that Ghost Girl has plenty of knowledge of things, maybe.
Stories to tell.
Interesting things to talk about.
I'm sure she knows a lot about that library.
True.
You watch as Deidre kind of flies over to you as you're waking up. Kind of sits on the ground in front of you. You said a couple times that you're not really from here. Where are you from?
That is a good question. I couldn't tell you.
Do you remember anything?
I do not remember anything prior to showing up with the party when we first met. I opened a door. Before that, there was nothing, as far as I can remember.
So you're not from Machair at all?
It appears from what I've gathered, yes, I'm not from here. Who knows where I was from? I would love to know, but that seems to be impossible, at least at the moment.
No, that was possible to come in from the outside. I thought everyone here was kind of stuck.
Apparently, some people kind of fall through the cracks. And I just so happened to fall through the crack. And now I am here. Lost is this everyone here is all I have, really. Beyond that, I have nothing.
You know, I thought that I had nothing before. Stuck. And then
Yeah.
y'all came and y'all found me. You know, sometimes you spend like 20 years in a place and then you get exposed to the whole world, and I don't know. It's a little scary, but I'd rather be here than there.
Yeah, I bet. I'm glad we got the chance we could help you out best we can.
She kind of gets really close to you and kind of grabs your hands, and they're very, very cold. Doesn't hurt, but it feels like any colder and you might get frostbite. It's a very odd sensation. You know, I'm not supposed to talk about this, but once I can talk about it, I think after this whole trial business, I have some information of what we could do next.
That is good. It's good to have some kind of sense of direction, since I have none.
Hmm.
if if anything happens with this group, or if I become separated, I do not know what I would do with myself.
I think it's good. I think I don't know what we're doing, but I think that we're doing good. Even if it doesn't always feel like it.
Yeah. I think everything is going to work itself out, do its own little thing. Whatever weird shit happens.
You
I
don't
have-
talk very much.
I am not one to really talk a lot. I mostly just. I mean, I don't have a lot to say. I don't have a lot going on. I don't have any memories besides what I've made here with y'all. I don't have anything that could help, any really input to do anything. I just kind of follow.
Nobody really talked to you either. You want me to beat him up? I'll beat him up for you.
Oh, it's alright. I do appreciate the thought, though. If anyone ever talks to me, I try to talk back, but beyond that, I don't have a whole lot to add on my own. Um, it is
Well, go ahead.
it is nice talking to you.
Well, you know, I'll talk to Pashalik and maybe we can try and figure out how to get your memories back from before.
That would be interesting. That would definitely be something. I would like to know. Even if the memories aren't good, I would like to know them. They were mine. It'd be good to have an idea of who I was.
Yeah. It's hard sometimes to know who you are when you've been in the dark for so long. So, you know, Nobody can fix me. but maybe we can fix you.
Maybe. It would be. Like, it certainly wouldn't hurt to try something.
I love Deidre so much. I'm sorry. She's so cute.
Favorite
Very cool.
NPC.
I know, she's just the best.
She is the best.
Fucking Cat Zoomies picks up on Nat's mic, but not mine. But she's sitting here running back and forth between where Nat and I are sitting. So she's running back and forth between the dining room and the back guest bedroom.
No,
She's very fast.
I will send a video I have of her playing around and then running.
please
It's
do.
actually Renata running around. That's the sound of it.
Is it now?
And with that, the morning light kind of begins to crest over. And whenever you get around to it, Renata, you go through and you wake everyone up for the long day of walk ahead of you.
It's time to get up. It's time to get up. The journey awaits for all of us.
From under the wagon. Boo!
I got
Get
some
up!
better rhymes.
Get up! Get up! And she's like patting Pashalik's arm over and over and over and over again. Get up! We have things to do. We have things to do. Get up.
It's fine. It's fine. No one cares.
No, we gotta get Renata's memories back.
I don't even know how to do that.
Well, you gotta fix one of us, and I don't think there's fixing me. So you gotta fix her. Get up.
Maybe later.
Wait, come on.
I like army crawl out from under the wagon.
Deidre seems pleased with herself. How about that? Everyone's awake.
Strix does a very big stretch.
Yes.
Rose
You-
gets a feather in the mouth.
Stop sleeping so close to me, and maybe you won't be eating feathers.
Stop with this
Deidre?
weird
I can't
flirting.
help it.
Deidre and Jeffrey both go for the feather. It's
Oh,
like this
oh, oh,
weird,
oh.
monstrous tug of war between the two of them.
Oh,
Let it go! And the claw swipes out at Deidre, but it's just spectral, so it just passes through. Eventually, Deidre acquires the feather and puts it in Pashalik's bag.
Alright, good job.
Strix just plucks kind of like a bent feather that needs to come out anyways and just hands it to the little alligator crocodile feller.
Okay. The bag is displeased that it did not receive a feather.
Oh,
bag
it was
will
the
remember that.
bag that. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it was the gross arm
I
bag. and
forget. I mixed them up.
Paul is the crocodile.
Dang it.
The
Okay,
other
I give Jeffrey a bag. Not a bag. A feather too. I give them both a feather, so they're both happy.
Okay.
I want a feather
you spoil my children.
You don't need a feather. You're good.
for my armor.
Your armor.
I like decorative stuff.
All right.
Deidre just kind of points at Fallon. Haha, I got a feather before you.
Yeah.
And then she sits. She sits on Pashalik's hat. She seems very pleased with herself.
Alan just slightly chuckles at that.
The Strix just rolls his eyes and is done plucking feathers. He doesn't
I'm
want to
not
be
joking about wanting a
bald.
feather.
That's so fair.
I'll pluck it myself.
No! Don't be weird!
I mean, to be fair, bald wouldn't look too bad on you either.
It would look very bad.
Have you seen a bald bird? It
Oh.
would be hilarious.
A
Okay.
bald
I
owl,
was-
no less.
listen,
They're
I-
like 90%
I-
feather.
I am trying to.
Have you ever seen an
know.
owl skeleton? Ugh.
Anyways, so you're telling me to not be weird, but I've been having to deal with this weird flirting between you two for like the last few days.
What are you talking about?
Look at you.
Oh.
What do you, Fallon? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It's so obvious.
It's so obvious and it's wild. We have stuff to do. We don't have time.
We don't have time for what?
Your little crush.
Who has a crush?
Come on.
I'll crush you.
Do you see what I mean?
Fallon sees it. It's ridiculous. They're so defensive.
Listen.
I think you're making it weird.
You. All right.
It's fine. It's fine.
With that, oh my god, look at that bird. Ooh.
It's awful. It's so awful.
You
I have no
load up
idea
your
what
cart.
kind of owl this is, by the way.
That's fair. But you load up your cart and you begin the long day's journey to Elysium. Or not Elysium, to Iremule.
Journey to Elysium. Let's go.
Elysium,
Into the water
holy
we
crap.
go.
I guess we're ending the campaign, huh?
It takes the entire day. You have to take a couple of reroutes to find a bridge, etc. But it is like 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night before you reach Iremule. Travel goes smoothly. You manage to avoid anything for the sake of brevity. And as you arrive at the exterior of the temple, you find that everything has been What? Why did I... Huh?
Yes.
What did I write? This is a mess.
Who am I?
What happened?
The other two were great. This one's weird. As you arrive at the exterior of the temple, you find that everyone has been frantically trying to fix up the place after the coup. The exterior has been refinished. The stone has been washed of the acid and sick. And as you step inside, it's like stepping into another structure entirely. The red carpeting has been ripped up, revealing the underfloor. All of the red furniture has either been replaced or reupholstered. You see that where the podium, the pedestal, had been the former site of Udaris' sermons and later her crucifixion, has been completely ripped out. You see bits of stone and dust from pulling up that podium scattered about. The entire floor of the interior is lined with pews. A large runic symbol sits in the middle of the congregation hall. On either side of the sigil are benches surrounding a small pedestal with a small light blue crystal on each base on each table. At the back, where the podium used to be, are 5 pedestals, these stone blocks with sort of black granite slabs. 4 of them have white plush chairs behind them, and the center pedestal does not seem to have a chair, but it does have a black face with sort of a hook at the top. The back wall itself seems to have been torn down, leaving the office space visible. Blah, blah.
Not blah blah blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah?
Behind the pew, that wall led to the stairway, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Okay.
Yeah. You also see several of these very, very tall, sort of powder pink, they almost look like palm trees just kind of scattered about the temple.
Oh.
You see several people milling about. You see Autumn Guard, Winter Guard, Summer Guard now. You see on one of these benches is Elle. Lakobo, Rayon Silas, who is sitting with the Dryad woman, Villo, sort of softly speaking to her and almost looks like soothing her. Villo seems very nervous to be here. You also see Pixis, Aviv, and Clover. All of them look very badly wounded. Aviv, his armor has like these 3 massive claw marks dug into the chest of his armor with some dried blood. He also has some heavy bruising under his eye, as well as what looks like a broken leg, like a stint on his leg with wrapped in bandage. Pixis, she has several cuts and bruises all over her. Her armor is dented in and badly. She's clutching at her rib like it has been broken. And you see that one of her wings has a massive gash in it. And it hangs limply across her back. Clover seems better for wear, as one of her glasses lens is cracked. She does have some bruising and some cuts, but she doesn't seem to have been mortally injured the way the other 2 are. Pixis is laid back on one of the pews, and Aviv has a rag, and he is squeezing some sort of liquid over the wounds that she suffered.
Neberos will immediately go over to them, just to see kind of what's going on, and ask them if they're okay.
Pixis just groans in pain, clutching her rib, but Aviv turns to you and says, "Oh, Neberos, it's nice to see you after all this time. It seems you fared a little better than we did."
I'm gonna be honest, not really.
Oh, wonderful.
It was a trek in the woods after you guys left.
I do apologize for stranding you like that. It's just well, it's not really my story to tell, but something came up and we had to leave rather quickly.
Yeah, no, you don't owe me an explanation for anything. Can Nabby use one of their cure wounds?
I'm sorry, your mic is a little far away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, is this better?
Yes.
Okay. Can Nabby use cure wounds on at least Aviv's leg?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will. Do you need the roll or?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah. That's 8 healing.
You all hear a crunch echo throughout the chamber.
Oh.
And Aviv doubles over and he
Oh.
winces. Oh, that hurt real bad. But
Sorry.
it feels better now. Oh, that did not feel. That is a strange sensation. Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's. I trust me. I know it's not fun. I haven't had a broken leg like this in a while, but it should be good in the next, I don't know, day or so.
Well, thank you for your magic. Ow.
Yeah.
He kind of rubs his knee. In the curing of the wound, he had stopped squeezing that liquid onto Pixis's wounds, and she groans out loudly.
Here. I'm gonna expend another cure wounds at least on Pixis's I guess wing.
Okay, roll.
Bonk.
5.
5 healing.
You extend your natural magic into her wing. She kind of winces in pain as you move the wing to get a good angle. And very strangely, it doesn't seem to do as much healing as you'd expect. You see the wound on the wing close just a little bit, but it doesn't fully close. Oh, well, that's at least a little better. Thank you. Ow.
Sorry. I wish I could do more.
It's okay.
Do you need like I don't have wings like this. I don't know. Do you need like a stint or something?
No.
Okay.
Our kinds of wings, fairy wings, are, different to most people's. They kind of contain our life essence. So, that's fun.
Oh, great. Um, eh,
There isn't much to do other than let it heal on its own, if it will.
okay.
That being said, can't fly. That sucked.
Well, honestly, give me maybe a day. I might be able to do something.
Don't worry about it.
Are you
You've
sure?
got-
Because I don't.
Yeah, you've got shit to do. I'm fine. I've
Okay.
gotta get out of this armor. And you see now she kind of shifts and sit up a little bit. The armor is dented in so badly that the metal of her armor has actually broken and is
Oh.
sticking into her ribs. You can see blood
Oh.
pouring. I've gotta get out of this armor. Ugh. Chloe,
Yeah.
can you help me? You have things to do. I'll be fine. Just
Okay.
deal with your stuff. Ow, god damn it. And Clover kind of comes over and she's walking a little wonky because her glasses lens is broken. She can't see very well now, but she very awkwardly helps get Pixis up off of the bench. And they're going to go upstairs.
Well, I did what I could.
She is ever strong-headed, my friend.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a tussle in Tortalocked. That wasn't fun.
Oh. I didn't know
Or-
you guys went all the way over that way.
Yeah.
That's. Well,
Again,
I mean,
it's not really my story to tell, but from what
Yeah.
I understand, it all happened so quickly. There was an attack on Pixis's home.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is everything is everything okay?
Well, and he kind of looks down to his chest and where the broken leg was. Not really, but it's sorted now.
And
Let's-
that's as good as it's gonna get right now. So we'll awesome.
Was this related to Udaris in any way, or is this?
I don't believe so. I honestly am not the person to ask.
We just heard word that there was some trouble with her containment.
Oh, that is news. We just got here, actually,
Oh,
about 3 or 4 hours ago. So,
Oh, well,
I don't really know. Containment, you say? Problem?
would there like letter from the letterbox be? Is that like a physical letter I could show him?
Yeah.
Okay. Fallon would ask for the letterbox so she could, get it out and give it to him.
Okay.
Or whoever had it, wherever it was.
I don't even know.
Probably Pash or something. Or Navarro's.
Well, I mean, yeah, Nabarros is the one that wrote it, so
yeah, I probably have it. I
Oh.
handed it over to them.
He reads the letter quickly. Oh, well. That's not good.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I saw you guys all beat up, and I assumed it was, her.
Yeah,
I don't-
especially with the,
I mean, as we all know, dear Pixis keeps everything very close to her chest. I don't really know all the details. I just know, oh god, my chest. I just know that Clover and Pixis' home, they were attacked, and we went very quickly to Tortalocked by the grace of Clover's weird hut thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There are these very large, strange beasts and fuckheads with like like plant magic or something. I don't know.
Wow.
It was
Oh.
pretty nasty.
So,
Yeah.
druids? Would Fallon know anything about this, or is she completely in the dark?
You don't really have enough information, but you know that there are a large number of druids in Tortaloct. I mean, possibly. I don't know. One of them like raised this big fucking spike wall,
Oh.
kind of pinned us in.
So,
Of course,
I mean,
the enforcers were no fucking help. Oh,
I mean, you don't gotta throw us under the bus like that, but it's whatever.
it's just. I'm sorry. I'm in a lot of pain, darling.
Well, yeah.
The enforcers. So they have a thing. They won't. I mean, you know this, but they won't touch fairy villages for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's a deal with like the military or something. I don't know.
Hell if I know. I just listen to orders.
Fair enough. Oh, my chest. Good God, what is this? And he's like inspecting his own wounds.
Fallon kind of lets out a groan and expends a cure wounds slot. Memento to roll that.
Oh yeah, can you roll it?
No, it didn't roll. Oh, that's why. Damn, weak sauce.
He watches the wounds close a little bit, and he still in pain, but like it's lessened considerably. Oh, thank you. That's much better.
You're welcome.
I miss the days when I was just a temple guard. Oh my God. So anyway, I haven't exactly asked about your trip. How was that?
Hell.
We got yelled at by an unrelated giant bird.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, what's it called again? I don't know, big ass city. It's like on lockdown or something because of the plague or whatever.
Teasing skull.
Yeah, that's
Capital. Oh.
yeah.
Well, that's
And
unfortunate.
there's this one bitch bird, Mithra, and
You met her, did you?
yeah,
Ugh,
well, she kind of
she's a
yelled at
fun
us,
one.
even though they let us in, and she's like, "Get the fuck out," and it was a whole thing.
Yes. Well,
Uh,
she's definitely a force of character.
we got lost in the woods too.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it
Had
wasn't
some
a
of the
fun time.
business to take care of. Trust me, we would have much rather been in the pecan forest than dealing with whatever the fuck that was. So.
No, you wouldn't have. We saw we saw an ochre jelly, will-o'-the-wisps, or kid spirits tied to marbles, which all of that kind of rounds out to Foucaine, which is it's a long story. Let me just tell you, it's a long story. We found out a lot and also nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you noticed, but
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you noticed, but we did find 2 witnesses for you.
As you say all of this, you hear from behind you, you hear Elle say, "What the fuck is he doing here?" And you see Aviv kind of look over at the door as the door opens. And Aviv goes, "Well, speak of the devil, I suppose." Do you turn?
Yes.
Fallon does.
You all turn to see a young, viciously handsome Winter Eladrin.
Oh.
He's got these crazy wind-like tattoos, dark blue and white, covering almost the entirety of his body. They go up his neck and creep onto the sides of his face. he's very dapper. He's wearing sort of this beautiful navy blue pinstripe vest with a billowy white undershirt that's unbuttoned just a little too low, with the sleeves rolled up. He's got these like sort of matching navy blue pinstripe slacks with very expensive looking shoes. He's got these big thin rimmed glasses with a long chain earring dangling from one ear. And he walks in, and his eyes immediately connect with Lakobo. And he says, "Ah, well, it is so lovely to see a friendly face, my dear. Hello." And he walks to Lakobo. Lakobo looks very disgruntled.
Oh.
What the fuck are you doing here? I am only here to help, my dear. I do hope there were no hard feelings from last time we met. It has been a long time since I have been here. How's the husband? You see Lakobo's eyes glare with pure rage.
Ooh.
Ellen would wince a little bit hearing him say that.
Yeah, Navarro's audibly, but very lightly, goes, "Oh."
You bastard. You know he's dead. Oh, sorry, darling. You know, the ears, they just kind of muddle together. I assume you're here for the trial, yes? I am. What's your role in all this? Last I heard, you and Udaris were buddy-buddy.
Oh.
That's a bit of an insult. I go where the money leads me. Udaris just happened to pay well. It's not my fault. And he walks over to he walks over to one of the head chairs over here, and he sits down.
Well,
Elle is steaming. She is fuming. She's so unhappy.
Does she look over at our party at all?
We did briefly when you came in. But
No,
she's...
I mean after this situation, now that she's just super pissed. Because if she looks over, Pash just has this smuggish, shit-eating grin.
I would say she does. She kind of looks over at you. Little one, have you come to yell at me again?
I didn't say shit. I just loved seeing you get your fucking shit handed to you. It was great.
That fucker.
Oh,
And she kind of, she's like white knuckling this bench that she's sitting on. She is not happy.
well, I would say Pash has full permission to, but I feel like he kind of likes this, and I can't. I don't know.
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
I can't. I don't want to say. I don't know how close he is. I don't want to say it out loud.
Hey, friends, hello. The Eladrin kind of speaks. He kind of leans on this pedestal with one elbow, and he kind of leans to your party, even though you're across the temple. New friends, I see you've already met our darling Lakobo.
I suppose we have.
Yeah.
Not much for talking, are you? Huh. Interesting. And he stands up. Kind
You're
of
fine. You're just
walks.
all the way over there. So it's like,
yeah,
who's gonna yell across a room?
the other chair's over
Yes.
here.
He kind of stands up slowly and strides with this, like, almost infectious confidence. Huh. Well, that's interesting. And you see, he's, like, peering down at Pashalik. Do you have Deidre out?
Yeah, I don't think I'd put her away ever.
If you look over at Deidre, she's, like, slack-jawed, eyes wide. That's interesting.
I mean, good, bad. You can go inside if you need to.
He kind of...
Not you, tall guy.
He disregards you. He kneels next to Deidre. Hi, little one. I haven't seen you in some time. I suppose
Uh-oh.
you've changed a little bit, have you? Huh. Deidre kind of goes, hi. She doesn't look
Telepathically, I'm just gonna like, good, bad. What's going on here? Give me.
telepathically, she just goes, I don't know. She doesn't look scared. She just like is flabbergasted.
Do you want to go away for a bit? You good to stay out?
That's all you hear.
Not. Okay.
The Eladrin kind of looks over at you, Pashalik. That's interesting. Your auras are tied together. I've never seen that before. And I've seen everything. How did you do
Clearly
that?
not, if you literally just said you'd never seen it before. You walked yourself into the problem.
Ah, a jokester. I like that. Keep that. How did you do that? I've been trying to work out the machinations of soul magic for ages.
I mean, I was already
Oh.
possessed, so
Yeah, we
it's a little-
know.
Oh my god, is this Fucane? This is out of character.
This is
Yes, that
I
was
already
very
fucking
much
said it.
implied. Not
This
not even
fucking
implied. That was
guy.
kind of directly stated.
When?
Whenever we were
Like,
talking about Fucane,
speak
and
of
then
the
he
devil.
went. Yeah, she went. Speak of the devil as a man walked in.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so out of it. I'm sorry, it's past my bedtime.
You have this every time something happens. Do you remember fucking Moldovar in the Fallout show? You had this
Yes,
exact
I
thing
do.
happen
Oh,
where it was
yeah.
literally he said, "That's not how I remember her," and then it cut to a thing of her. Yes, it was very much as stated.
Listen, Kai, I have this issue where I tune out the most important thing.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Nat, you're turning into like a mom. You know
I
how
know.
like moms are like, "What's happening?"
Nat,
Yeah,
like
just
10
got
minutes
it.
later, is this Fucane?
Yes. I
Yes.
did not.
You're a little slow.
No, because listen, I was really confused because whenever they said "Speak of the Devil," I didn't catch the part where someone mentioned Fucane, and so I thought they were talking about L,
Oh.
and I was like,
Yeah.
"Who the fuck is this guy? Why?"
You're just, God damn, ew.
The Eladrin. You don't know him, but you assume, but you don't know. The Eladrin kind of is still kneeling in front of Pashalik. Huh. I suppose I'll have to try that sometime. That never crossed my mind. I don't know why.
It really wasn't hard after they're already bound to you through possession. They're already like tied to your weave anyways. So it was a simple, familiar ritual.
I've been alive for far too long.
It's
Anyway,
fresh pairs of eyes.
he kind of holds up his hand to kind of stroke Deidre's cheek. It has been far too long since I have seen you.
Well, I mean, hands off. I mean, that's not okay. That's just a bad move. You
Yeah,
gotta understand that.
That's awkward.
That's like a creepy thing for you to do. Especially when you just said you've been alive too long.
It was
I understand that she's 30 years old and she can make her own choices, but she looks like a toddler.
I mean, no.
Pedophile alert.
I'm
That's
not
out of
saying-
character. That's out of character.
At least ask for consent, sir.
I mean,
Whoa.
no. I mean no awkwardness or impoliteness. It's just
I don't know how she feels. I just know
I-
that I have a thing against people, entering my bubble. So don't go entering people's bubbles.
fair enough. Fair enough. I assume you're her caretaker now.
I mean, wouldn't really be bound if it didn't make sense.
Understandable. He stands up. I was a friend of her mother's. I was, regrettably not. At, arm's length when everything went down. Brings back a lot of memories, I suppose.
Sounds like you were on the other side through a lot of it.
Pardon?
said you're. I mean, from what we know, it seems like you were on Nudarius' side of the situation,
Oh, that old bat.
which
No.
was the whole opposite part of the situation.
No, you misunderstand me, darling. I am a bit of a freelancer. I'm not really on anyone's side, really.
So
To be quite frank, I don't really like most of the people I work with, but you don't get to my station without shaking hands with the enemy, as they say.
So what are your rates on shutting up? Like, how much do I have to pay you?
Oh,
Oh shit!
oh,
Now.
darling, that is out of your pay grade.
I see. That's a shame.
I don't know. I like this fucking guy.
Wait,
I'm so sorry. What are my manners? I am Archmage Kayan Foucain.
Okay.
Huh.
You like
I-
this guy, but you hate El Pash. What is with you?
Well, I don't know. I just something about him. He's really disarming, and he hasn't grabbed me yet.
well,
That was literally the
Kid.
first thing Elle did. Manhandling me.
Grabbed your kid,
Uh,
though.
technically it's woman handled.
No, I'm the man. I was handled.
Oh, my bad.
I like this one. I would keep him.
Keep him. It's kind of a weird way to say
You
that.
can take him.
That's like the
You
second
could- yeah,
time
you could
someone has
pay
seen me as
us.
an object.
Yeah,
That's
you
all I'm
can,
pointing
like-
out. This is ridiculous.
Oh, but darling, you're so pocket-sized.
Yeah, well,
Wait.
I know that. That's. Hold on.
Wait, you're
There was
rich,
one
right?
time he didn't have legs and he asked me to carry him. He was quite light.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
5,000 gold for the goblin.
So, darlings, what is your role in all of this? What are you doing? Why are you here?
Why do you care?
Yeah, why do you care?
I'd like to know who I'm working with.
Working
What do you mean working with?
with?
Well, I'm here for the trial. I'm working it.
You're working
I
a
like-
trial.
Or the reason there's a trial in the first place.
I wouldn't go that far, darling.
How do we... What if she just, like, pays you off to, like, take somebody else, like, a certain person's side? I feel like you're not a very reliable person to
Yeah,
try
are you
and-
like her attorney or
trial.
something?
I have my own vested interest.
That's what I'm worried about.
Alright. So, I suppose if we're going to be strange bedfellows, I will reveal something about myself, and then maybe you'll give me your names.
I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, we can't exactly hide. We're the random lottery champions or whatever.
Can you reveal how much is in your wallet, and then I'll reveal my name, and like you can give me some of that number.
Darling,
What is with you, gold digger, today?
I am not an idiot, as they say. I don't carry cash on me. At least not till I need it. Anyway,
One of the lucky
I have
ones.
my own little project I'm working on as one of the Grand Archmages of Machair.
Is it more real child stuff? You really need to stop it with that.
Oh, what?
And plants. You should probably chill on plants.
Yeah.
You meant my garden. Oh gosh, I
Um,
haven't been by there in so long.
We've just
That's
seen,
good.
Why
like,
is
Yeah.
the teapot random? Why can't we choose what's in it?
And what's with
Teapot.
the marbles?
Hold on. Shit. And he kind of puts his finger against Nabaros's face.
Alright.
Oh.
Darling, you said teapot. What are you talking about?
You're the teapot. We took it from the where we got the kid.
You see his face fall a little bit. Right, of course. May I see
Sure.
it? He removes his finger.
Oh,
No.
Thank you. Ugh.
Does Strix know the teapot's bound to him?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I do know about that. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I just thought it was gonna be like, I don't think I want to.
Anyways,
I don't think that's possible. I don't think in the scope of everything. I don't think that's. How much are you willing to pay?
yeah.
I understand
That was out of.
your
That was out of. Sorry.
I understand your reticence with me. I am a bit prolific, as they say.
I'd say eccentric.
The teapot was a gift for, the little one's mother, Celie Valorin.
Oh, were you two like a
Just-
thing?
Oh, gods, no, you misunderstand.
Oh,
I
okay,
was
sorry,
her,
just-
I was her mentor for a while
Oh.
in Marwos. She was such a talented young lady.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Okay.
I mean, all I know about you is that Deidre has seen you showing up at her house, and you were giving gifts to some woman, you know.
Oh, so you're giving. Okay, I see.
I would just like to see the teapot.
You can
That is
see
all.
it. I don't know if you can do much else than that, though.
Do you present the teapot?
No.
I mean, what's the problem here, Strix? Just a
I-
teapot.
I like
Do you
the
trust
teapot.
this guy, Cash?
It's not a trust thing.
We also didn't roll for the day.
We haven't rolled for the day. We do not.
I think I
know
have
today.
to physically check it to know, though. So I'd have to
True.
look at it, which then he could look at it. So it's kind of awkward if I just like, shh, don't look, and then I look at it and I'm
Just-
like, no, you can't see it today.
But like, what if it's like you look at it and it's like acid or something, and so you just like splash it? And I'm like,
But what if he
True.
makes it not random? You know?
Yeah, what if he makes it like a fixed thing?
Oh, what if he
Gotcha.
breaks my teapot?
It's
Foucain
fine.
kind of speaks up. I do not intend to take the teapot. As far as I'm concerned, that teapot belongs to the little one you have here. I would just like to see it, that is all.
It's like, well, Strix, you are kind of weirdly attached to that thing, and I don't know if that's literally so.
He looks kind of confused by this, but
Listen, we've been traveling a minute.
Hmm.
It's been strange.
may I, darling? And he kind of holds his hands out to you, Strix.
Strix decides to try and present it to him, and I don't know if Strix can physically hand it over, but he'll just set it in his hands, but while Strix's hand is still, like, on the top of it. So it's really
Yeah.
awkward. They're essentially holding hands,
He's
but
still
through
holding
the
the
teapot.
handle of it.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like, I just want to look in your hand. Your hand is covering it, please.
He holds the teapot, and you watch as his eyes flash gold for a moment.
Oh, that's weird.
And on the teapot, these strange runic sylvan symbols come up.
Oh,
Oh, that's odd. You seem to have found yourself bound to the teapot.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not bothered by it.
I could remove the binding if you
No,
like.
that's okay. I'm not bothered by it.
All right. Fair enough.
I mean, to be honest, if it's
He
unbound
lets
from
it
you,
go and lets you
Oh.
take it back. Strix.
as
Alright, I stick it back in my bag. Oh, actually, hold on. I check it real quick, and then I stick it back in
Roll.
my bag.
Roll.
I do so. 2.
2. It's the enlarge spell.
Oh, shit!
oh, well, we could have used that. A little
Ah,
while ago.
it's okay.
Fucking irony. I hate this game.
Hey, so that like unbinding that you just offered, is that something you could do like while
No,
kind of stuff,
no,
or
hey,
just because
hey,
you have
no.
a thing?
Well, I have a bit of a vested interest in that teapot, so I would do that for free of charge.
Mm-hmm.
What are you asking of, darling?
No,
Yes,
nothing.
It's fine.
Nothing.
It's not a big deal.
It's nothing.
I'm just getting really sick of carrying this door handle everywhere.
Holy shit, I
Well-
forgot about the door handle.
I
It's
forgot
like, it'd be,
about
it'd
the
be one thing if I can put it in my bag, but like I have to sleep with this thing.
Oh yeah, true. You just cuddle up and it's a
Yeah,
fucking
it's
doorknob.
just shoved into my like pocket or like it's just somewhere nearby. It's ridiculous.
Do I have to cuddle with the teapot, or is it just like in a bag? Or do I have to like
can't
keep it
leave
in a
it.
pocket
I-
or something?
I-
How does
I-
binding work?
I have seen you cuddling with the teapot, Strix. It's canon.
It's
Um,
canon.
Foucain kind of leans down to you, Pashalik. Well, since you are caretaking, a good friend of mine, I would be willing to remove you of this binding. If you tell me your name.
That's
That
it?
sounds like good.
So,
Yeah.
Charlotte
That's it.
Grinzo.
Whoa.
Ah, you're a Morosian. Very good.
Yes.
This feels like some freaky Fae thing where, like, if you say the name, you give them your name, you know?
That's what I'm about to say. That's what I was about to say.
Alan doesn't trust him
Look,
at
man,
all.
I'm an old goblin. He wants to take my whole situation for the next 5 years I got left? Alright.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He does have like 5 years
do you
left. Well,
present the doorknob?
Yeah.
He kind of grabs the bit that actually sticks in the door for a moment, and you watch as this glowing gold ice surrounds the entire doorknob and then shatters off, and you feel like a weight lifted off of your chest. You are no longer bound to the doorknob.
I huck it across the room.
I knew you were gonna throw it. I knew you were gonna throw it.
does Jeffrey go to retrieve it?
Yes.
Okay.
God, I hate that thing. Look at that thing.
So,
No, be nice to him.
if you're doing things and like trade for a name, what would you do for me?
Oh. He kind of leans in to you. What do you want, darling?
Now what do you got to offer?
This is
Oh,
weird.
no,
This
that
guys.
that is not how this works.
I feel like he has a lot to offer. I'm just saying. And
One can only dream.
Navarro's goes red.
He is like making like intense eye contact with Fallon, just waiting.
That's
Oh, man.
cool.
I don't really come in here wanting anything. I just want to use you while I can.
Jesus.
Oh, darling, that makes two of us.
See, that's why I don't want to give this bastard his name. And I look back at the party. Or my name.
Oh,
His
I
name.
jest.
Listen. If Fallon won't take the opportunity, I will.
What are you gonna do?
I
Blow
have
up
some
this
thoughts.
bag.
No, be nice to Jeffrey.
Get,
He
like,
looks. He does look at the bag. Ah,
ask for homing arrows.
that's really unfortunate for you, darling.
I like him.
You know, that makes one of us.
Fucking
I-
agreed, bud.
It's been so long now, but those fiends, they sort of invaded Marvelous for a little while.
Oh,
It wasn't fun back then.
Maybe-
It's not fun now. But
okay. Well, listen. He grabs fun things for me to reveal. I give him a pebble, and he gives me just something interesting. I find it a fun game.
interesting. You formed sort of a transactional relationship with this fiend.
Kind of. He's also scratched me once, but that's neither here nor there.
That seems about right. Anyway, you lot have been so fun to chat to. But I have business to attend to upstairs. I'm not just here for idle prattle, and I can do.
Wait,
I'll take my leave, and he
wait,
bows
wait.
to you.
No. I'll tell you my name if you tell me where you're going and what you're doing.
That was what upstairs to talk. He just said that.
Thank you, darling.
I know you're not listening, like, ever.
I don't trust him. I want the truth.
Well, if you want the truth, just pop in tomorrow. That circle on the floor, it'll force you to.
The fuck does that mean?
Oh, you'll figure that out later.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think we want to know until later. I'm fine with later.
Oh, just a bit of a warning. I don't know if anyone's been by to tell you all this yet, but they should have. Essentially, for the trial, you will not have access to your weaponry, your armor, or your magic. So have fun with that.
Oh.
That sounds about right. I don't really have much, so.
Fair enough.
I have a lot. It sucks.
Well, you know, strange bedfellows. Can't be too careful.
It's like you're.
And he walks away.
Oh, bye, sir.
You watch him go upstairs.
Man, so we don't like that guy, right?
Oh.
Personality-wise, no. I don't know about anybody else.
Fallon turns to Elle and just goes, "I'm so sorry."
He wasn't this much of a bastard. When I had dalliances with him.
Oh.
Was he as attractive before?
But God,
Yeah, I was gonna.
that man does not change. I'm British. I don't know why. I swear to God, that man does not change.
Huh.
He looks exactly the same as he did like 20 years ago.
Probably keeps himself young while using children's souls or something creepy like that.
Or our
Elves,
names.
man.
He's a. It's elves. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even remember Pashlik's name anymore. I mean, he stole it.
Man,
It's gone.
Wait, who?
you think I could use kid souls to make myself younger? That'd be great.
No, I think you're way past that.
I could find some kids.
I
I don't know
I-
about y'all, but he was really handsome.
Deidre, please.
same, Deidre, same.
You guys are weird.
I
He
don't
does,
know.
he does look the same though, as when I saw him.
Elves are weird.
Elves are weird. I'll
Yeah.
stick with.
They
I'll
got
stick
pointy ears, but not like big pointy ears, you know, like pick a lane.
I didn't like that he insinuated that I was poor.
You kind of
not.
are
Well,
poor.
I don't care if I
You
am.
don't
I
even
just
have
don't
like a house.
with. Yeah, but that's like fully funded.
Yeah, but it's not by them. It's
don't-
funded
I
by
don't-
your job.
I don't
True.
need a house. If anything, that means I have more money because I'm not spending it on a house.
Yeah, but we know
That-
you don't have
yeah.
a lot of money.
Yes, I will send a picture of Foucaine.
Yeah, I
Yes, please
I
do.
wanna judge him by picture if I think he's handsome or not. I'm not a visual, or I am a visual person. I'm not.
I need a picture of this man. Listen.
I can't tell you if he's hot or not if I can't see him. It's not how my brain works.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
Fallon does not.
Everybody else
like-
will stick with.
Fallon doesn't
Alan,
like
but
men.
Yeah, Fallon doesn't like men, so she does not care.
I have no idea what
That's
Strix
very
likes. He
fair.
just likes whatever.
At me? Why at me?
What's your new hubby?
Oh, he's cute. Okay.
I did
Oh.
not mean to at you. I'm so sorry.
It's
Navarro.
because he has your name now.
For
This
sure.
is Pashlik.
Yeah, this is Pashlik.
Pashlik is
Grinzo.
that
Damn,
name?
Pashlik's hot. Okay.
This is Grinzo.
Oofta.
Grinzy.
Look, if we're going by
Grinky.
like the Fey Realm rules, all of a sudden we've so many people have our names already.
Well, yeah, but like he's the one
Yeah.
taking names, you know.
Sure, but
Yeah.
He's
maybe
malicious
anyone
about it.
could've.
The others, they share it with us. He's stealing it though.
I mean, he gave us his name, so I mean, it's fine.
Are we sure? That might be a fake name, dude. People have pin names all the time.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if it was a fake name. I do not trust him as
I
far
mean,
as
I'm sure he
concerned.
put it on a pseudo, like it's like a maker's name, like a pseudonym. I'm sure.
Well, here's the thing about names, right? Names have power usually on how long you've had them, and we know that Foucaine has been around for at least 20 years.
I'm just saying, if he asked for my
At the
name, I was
very
gonna give him
least.
something fake.
Me too.
Yeah, I was gonna do the
I was
same
gonna,
thing.
I was
I
gonna
feel
tell
like-
him that my name is Struck Pyrewing, and you know he'd never know.
Okay, you gotta be a little bit more creative.
Well, I mean,
than
he-
that.
No,
How would he
no.
not
Because
know?
like,
I mean,
if
if he was
somebody
taking
says my
your-
name, he's not gonna all of a sudden be like, "Oh, you lied to me. That's not the same name." Because he'll probably just be like, "Oh, I misheard it. It's not Strix Purewing. It's Struck Pyrewing."
Mhm.
See.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna
okay.
give him like Joe or something. I don't
Well,
know.
that just sounds like a
Yeah.
fake name. Come on now.
You don't
Okay,
strike me as a
He
Joe.
literally just sat at one of those big fancy chairs. You don't think that they're gonna talk about us?
Well, I don't want
Kind of
to
the
give
reason-
him my name. That's like some weird face stuff. I don't know. I don't trust it.
Honestly, for me, it's just more principle. I don't care if he actually figures it out or not. I just, I just don't like him.
I don't care if he figures it
No,
out
I
himself.
like
I
him.
don't want to give him.
I
my
thought
name.
he was fine.
Gotcha.
I mean, he was real nice.
All right. Well, you don't have a very good judge of people.
What?
Be nice to her.
Damn.
Yeah, be
We
nice
have never
to
made a
me.
mistake.
I'm
Hey,
just...
Strix. Lovingly, this is when we need to be quiet, okay?
Listen, she was like locked in a house for like 20 years.
Deidre leans into Pishal something's going on between them two.
I know, it's a whole fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about. Stop
Four,
it.
and even I see it.
I mean,
You see
I get they're
nothing.
kids, but like, they gotta figure this out by now.
There's more
Just
pressing
not
matters
quiet
right
at
now.
all.
Lakobo from the bench with Villo kind of chimes in. You're right to distrust him, but he's being genuine. He doesn't really pick a side, as far as I'm aware.
I don't trust it though. He could be on either side, or neither, or just do it for his own benefit. It's not really a...
Not
You know...
not picking a side is worse than being on the wrong side.
Yeah, because at least you can read people if they're on the wrong side. Know what they stand for. We don't know what this man stands for. He's just a mystery man.
Yeah, he kind of
He-
just picks his battles.
I don't trust it.
He's got this project he's been working on for a while. He
There's a lot
mostly
of
takes
weird
odd
projects.
jobs. Yeah.
Sorry.
Most of what you've seen out there was just stuff for the highest bidder, I suppose.
Hmm.
I don't
Well-
honestly know if the man has a moral compass, but I think he does. I don't know.
So we've just been collecting his like side gigs.
Guess so.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, well,
A lot of stuff we collected from him have been like 20-year-old things. Who knows what he's come up with since then?
no, exactly.
Hi.
Am I mistaken, or didn't he have like that thing in your tower, like one room?
Yeah,
Oi.
big machine.
The alchemist machine.
It wouldn't turn on.
It's been deactivated.
Yeah.
Before my husband died, I heard about his work, and I contacted him, and he allowed me to pay for a machine to be built for transmogrification purposes. I don't do that kind of work anymore. I'm retired, I suppose.
Does that have anything to do with the fish in the pond, by chance? We meant to ask about that.
Did we?
A little bit, I suppose. No.
Okay.
Those fish, they're they just sort of showed up one day. Honestly,
Huh?
I don't know. That pond used to have, like, shrimp and whatever. It was mostly just a well, a water source, but the fish just showed up one
Had
day.
shrimp in your well?
Well,
Oh, not anymore.
I
Were you
mean-
listening?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
not
saying,
anymore.
like, it was a well, and then there were shrimp in it.
it was a
That means
natural.
it was like a saltwater well.
There are freshwater shrimp, you dumbass.
Are there?
Yes, there actually are.
Oh, that doesn't
There
sound
are
don't
right.
also
trust
in a
her-
Fey world.
You don't
so-
trust her fish knowledge, but you trust the fruity magic man.
He was kind of
Yeah, the Rudy Hot Man.
He seemed fine.
Alright, Nephis.
Oh, sorry.
Again, I wouldn't trust him, but I also don't. I would not want to be on his bad side.
So, can I ask what made you guys have that sort of falling out? Like,
Well, as
too much I can walk off.
Kion looks to say, strange bedfellows. And she gives you this kind of weird look.
Did you fuck that man?
Barrow.
After
Curious.
I was thinking it
After
too, I'm not gonna lie.
after my husband died,
You probably need something to fill the void.
he's just so charming.
You're damn right he is.
We had a few dalliances.
A few?
Come on, I'm becoming uncomfortable with this conversation.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
hey, you know what? I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'm just
I don't think anybody's judging you. I think Neveris is jealous.
On
no.
behalf of the champions,
hey.
I apologize for his behavior.
Mm,
Be nice. Listen. I'm just he's very attractive. I can see it. I just, you know,
I want Strix
he
to
fe-
sort of
he seems
nudge
like a one in.
Neveros.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
I want Strix to kind of nudge Neveros and be like, alright, well, don't make me start telling him about your crush.
What crush? I
Wait.
don't have a crush. I don't know what
I
you're
don't
talking
know,
about.
do you?
Strix, shut up.
Look. I wouldn't trust that man as far as I can throw him. But he is more powerful than everyone in this room combined. So keep him on your good side. That's all I
So,
have
like,
to say.
All my
Is he,
sides are
like,
good
on
sides.
Is he like a judge or something here? Like, that seems a little unfair if he's worked with them.
No, what he said before, no magic, no armor. The circle on the floor. It's the sigil on the floor. That's a zone of truth.
Oh.
Rune. There's also going to be an anti-magic shell put up. He's running all of that.
So he's just the fence.
He's just a mage. That's what he does.
Alright.
Just the mage.
All right,
So
not,
he
it's not
could
just
he
a
could
mage,
not
all right?
give two shits about this then, huh?
I was just a mage. It takes a lot of work to get there.
He's not a judge or the jury or the executioner. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
He is a freelancer, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You know who else we have here? With 4 chairs.
Oi, High Priest of Marwas, High Priest or Priestess of Turtle locked in their right hands, I suppose.
Okay.
Lady Irving was actually down here a little while ago.
You don't say.
Hmm.
So, the trial was delayed, right?
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Oh, good. It's like I'm just glad we can make it on time.
Do you have any idea what happened? We sort of have a little bit of an idea, but you've been here a little bit longer than us, I imagine.
We've been here for about 2 days now.
Why can't we just...
Well, fuckhead, if you hadn't come into my tower and yelled at me, I could have given you passage.
Oh, maybe if you didn't fucking grab me.
Ugh,
Yeah.
you are a nightmare. that big circle in my chambers, that's a teleportation rune.
Oh, you're kidding.
And we just left. Wow. That was stupid of us.
Aye, it was.
I mean,
It's fine. We managed.
I'm sorry we didn't
Well,
ask
you
you
used
had a
it.
teleportation circle. What?
no, she kicked us out because we were being rude.
Aye,
But she was rude first.
Pashalik?
you have my dead niece on a leash.
And you
What
invited
do you
us to our
expect?
house and then hid in the top floor.
She's not on a leash. Good lord.
I haven't survived this long by being
Also,
friendly.
hold on. She's possessing me. All right, it's going both ways.
It's a very willing thing. She's not on
Very
a leash.
uncomfortable with this conversation.
You're making it uncomfortable.
I just.
That was
that was
Deidre.
Deidre.
Oh.
I have that.
Can we?
But it's not you, Deidre. It's this bitch making a whole fucking
Hey,
scene out of it. I was
guys.
gonna let it go until we were done talking. and she
Charlotte.
just wouldn't go back for it. Hold on. This is
No!
ridiculous. You gonna let her just come at me constantly?
No, I would
Absurd.
want. Are we not trying to keep this civil?
I was.
Pashalik? She is essentially here to bat for Udaris, whatever that means. Like not bat for, but bat against in the trial. Like, can we not, I don't know, keep her on our good side? Like, she did so much for us already. She didn't have to come all the way down here.
We have a common enemy. Let's
We
have
do
a
have a
trial.
common enemy.
Just so we're all clear, I'm not here for you.
Oh, we're
I'm here
aware.
to
You
put
don't
that
have to
bitch in
be.
the ground.
I am aware. I am trying to make sure that they don't make you leave, though.
Exactly.
Oh, I wouldn't leave this for the world.
Okay, good.
I'm just afraid of if they escort you out or us out.
I'm not going without a fight.
That would be a bad idea, madam.
Exactly.
Oh, I mean, at
So
least
let's
I-
just, for right now, we are a team. Let's be cordial, and then after the trial, we can. I'm sure, Pash, you can yell at her. I advise against it because she's very nice.
I was
I-
gonna sit it out.
I'm always here for round 2, little one.
Oh no, no round twos.
I would advise against round 2, but you know what? Honestly, I'd pay to see it.
For the
If-
record, little one.
The name is Grinzo. There's a name here,
Nah, I prefer little one.
and I prefer bitch, so I guess we're gonna stay there.
Fine by me. For the record, what you said back there was right. That being said,
I step up onto the pew, so I'm not as short.
she's sitting down.
Yeah, exactly.
What you said back there in my tower was right. Maybe I didn't do enough. Maybe I did. We'll never know, because I did give up. You were right. I'm trying to figure out a way back into that damned library. Suppose this takes precedence, but nonetheless. That being said, you come into my tower again and you pull that shit, I'll drop you where you stand. We clear?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good.
That went well.
People keep their hands off, man. We can be civil.
I mean, she was a bit frazzled whenever she saw her dead niece.
Yeah,
fine.
that really puts a person off.
Yeah. Well,
Let's play. I
that's
mean,
on
listen.
me. That's not on me. All right.
I mean,
Pash.
I was literally possessed.
okay, sure. That doesn't matter now. She saw her niece. She,
Attacked me and blamed me. Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't say attacked, but okay.
I was lifted off of my feet, Rabbit.
That's not
That
really
doesn't
saying
mean
much.
you got
You weigh like 2
attacked.
pounds.
How don't appreciate it? Just because
Okay.
people don't get grabbed constantly, it's not a good thing. All right? I want to be grabbed on my terms.
All right.
Yeah, like when you have no legs.
Yeah.
This is an uncomfortable conversation.
Well, then don't go grabbing people.
No, okay. Let's
How was
hey,
I
guys,
supposed to know she was your dead niece?
Let's reset. Let's reset here, okay? No need to be arguing. Let's save it all for the bitch that we want dead. The one that we all want dead.
Seconded.
Yes.
I wanted her dead beforehand.
I mean, yeah, but
I know, but still.
let's
I
focus
feel
on
like
how
the-
we get her dead.
See,
Villo,
we would-
Villo is just sitting there, really uncomfortable.
Listen, we came here to potentially, all watch as she gets rightfully destroyed. I feel like we did the best thing.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like, killing her would have been great, but then Locobo and Villo would not be able to see the verdict.
Yeah, but then Lukovo and Villa would be able to stay peacefully in their houses too.
Well,
That
They also
would've
wouldn't
been
have had-
nice, I suppose.
yeah, but then we wouldn't have had the fun conversations we had. I feel like this is all happening for, I don't know, some sort of reason. Maybe not like divine purpose, but I don't know.
Lukovo had to meet with her ex-suitor, which seemed uncomfortable.
That's
Oi.
that's unsavourable.
Watch your mouth,
Or-
please.
I was like, yeah, that's unsavory.
Sorry.
That happened a long time ago, alright?
Oh, listen, I'm trying to, level here. Yeah, this whole civil thing, it's not my thing. I'm not good at this. I like you though, so I'm trying.
This is
I've
actually her
heard you don't
trying.
like the other one.
No, he's a freak.
What?
He's a hot freak, but he is a
Can't
freak.
deny
I do
that.
agree.
That's true.
I love her.
I do too. She's great.
That was out of
Look,
character. Strix wouldn't say
Listen,
that, but
I'm a very good judge of character, and that guy, the blue guy, Boucain, bad guy.
Future's character concerns me sometimes, though.
Like
It's not
what
been
too?
wrong yet, though.
Exactly.
I don't know. I feel like she didn't get it right with Nakali, but that's just we haven't met with Nakali often.
I
I
don't
get a
even
good vibe
recognize
from
that
her.
name, I'm gonna be honest with you.
The Cat's Cradle.
The Tabaxi.
Right, okay.
They were mean to me.
They
Well-
wanted to buy me. I don't know. You could. call
Okay,
yourself-
okay. That was a little uncalled for. But I mean, to be
You just tried
fair,
to sell me.
I
Yeah, you did just try
I
to
would
do that, didn't you?
shh, I would
Yeah.
never do that. I would never do that.
Not even. Wasn't even that much money.
I can't even do that. I
didn't
did
even
try to
put
sell you
it
today.
That was
Effort.
that was less than a spyglass. You think I'm less than a spyglass?
I didn't put it in an offer.
It is at this moment, as you are all scream arguing, that you see two figures descend the steps.
I got one
Okay,
volume. All right.
All right, everybody, let's just shut up. Oh no.
You see two figures descend the steps. One is a beautiful Eladrin in the full winter guard, mantle and armor. You recognize her as Lady Irving. Nephius Kane's right hand. The second you have not seen before. He is a summer guard. He is about 6'10".
Huge bitch.
Beautiful golden hair, bright white eyes, and Fallon, you recognize this very well, the mantle of the summer guard. They descend the steps. Oh gosh, sorry, gasp.
Let you.
Gosh, what's happening?
You must
Kane's
die.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Like Fallon,
Damn.
seeing him would immediately give a little salute.
He gives you a very warm smile. He's very handsome.
God, they're all
Give Fallon a
very
woman
handsome.
already, Jesus.
They're Eladrin. They're all goddamn beautiful.
Gross.
I mean, to be honest, Aviv looked kind of nice.
Elvin bullshit. I tell you.
Listen,
Uh,
Fallon has her woman crush, and she's at the top of the ladder, man.
As they descend, you see a third figure
Oh.
come down. A figure that none of you recognize. You see an elven woman with sort of pale green skin, light pink hair, wearing wooden armor. She has a mantle very similar to the winter, summer, and autumn guard, but she has wooden armor. It's this rich cherry red wooden armor. She's very thin, very lithe. She's not wearing any shoes, and she has this bright pink flower stuck in her hair, which is tied back in a neat bun. She's carrying what appears to be an 8-foot-long broadsword. Like it's nothing.
Damn,
She
that's a
drags
huge
it
sword.
behind her as she descends the steps. She has almost this feral look in her eyes, like wild. This mantle of all kinds of spring flowers, like dandelions and daffodils and lilies and roses, trails behind her as you can hear the clink of the metal against wood as the sword drags down all of the steps. As they descend, Lady Irving says, "Ah, so it looks like everyone is here. That's great. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a containment issue, and the trial has been postponed to tomorrow. But this way you'll all get a good night's rest. You'll get to deliberate on what you wish to present to the court. It is wonderful to see you all back from your journeys. I know this past week must have been rough for all of you.
Yeah, it was a time.
All right. Just a couple things. I'm unsure if you've been notified, but during the trial, you will be I hate to say demanded, but that is the reality of the situation, to remove your vestments, your armor, your weaponry, as well as an anti-magic field will be placed around the cathedral. You will lose access to all of your magics.
Yes.
I hope you understand. This is a very stressful situation. We've never really had anything like this happen. So, we're just trying to cover all of our bases in case things get a little tense.
After she
Understandable.
finishes speaking, would kind of like shoot up a hand, wanting to ask a question but not be rude.
Yes, dear.
Where exactly will we be putting our armaments? When time comes to forfeit them?
As for weaponry, we have a number of Eladrin Guard, Seasons Guard, present. They will be available to hold your weaponry should you choose, or you may find your own storage for it. Of course, that will be taken away from you, but it will be put into a secure vault situation. It will be labeled.
Okay. No, thank you.
Of course. As for the armaments and well, you won't have access to your magic due to the shield, but the armor will also be placed in storage.
Okay.
Oh no, my armor.
This is a very big deal for me, Pash. I don't want to hear it.
Well, I don't believe you've met Titan. And she kind of gestures over to the Summer Eladrin. He kind of, not shyly, but just kind of very casually puts a hand up. This is Titan. He is the right hand of High Priestess Dali Sanaka. She looks a bit anxious. Like this whole conversation, she's kind of been looking over her shoulder very vaguely. And you see about 10-ish feet behind her, that spring Eladrin just kind of stands there with the sword, almost menacing. And this is a consultant from Elysium.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I wasn't given her name. And she kind of looks back at the Eladrin. The Eladrin just puts up a hand and speaks nothing. The spring Eladrin does.
Well, nice to meet you. I don't know what to say.
I didn't know people lived there.
Yeah, I didn't know people were actually on that island.
Well, this is the first time in a while that one of the spring Eladrin have made their way to the mainland. She doesn't say much, but she's here to consult on behalf of Elysium. What was
You have a mute consultant?
I didn't make the decision, darling.
I think we were all thinking it.
Oh, that's fucking great.
The
So
consulate has
tomorrow?
been...
What time tomorrow?
Oh, early, like 8 or so.
Alright.
The consulate has been kind of breathing down our necks about this trial.
That's a big
God.
change.
I shouldn't
Yeah,
have
it's
said that.
it's
Shit. Anyway,
Just sealed.
all right. Well, I do hope you have something prepared. For tomorrow. Be a very early day. Titan, would you? And he nods as she and the Spring-Eladrin go back upstairs.
well.
Are we able to cut this session anytime soon? I'm tired.
Yes, we will cut it here in just a moment.
Awesome.
Titan, the Summer Eladrin, says, I am so sorry for her whole deal. Having a Spring Eladrin on the mainland is quite shocking, to say the least. And as you saw, she's a bit intimidating. So she forgot to tell you, but you will be provided rooms upstairs, should you wish. Everything has been cleaned. We've been working very hard to get things back in order here in Iremule.
Yeah, thank you. It's definitely a nice change since we left.
Of course. Anyway, if you have any questions, I'll be down here. I've been asked to keep guard. So, whenever you're ready to go to your rooms, I'm sure somebody can escort you. And he sits down in one of the chairs.
You
The
know
white
Volcon
ones.
came back?
I'm sorry, who?
Volcon, he was like a goat guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't.
A chaplain, maybe?
This is not really my domain. I've just been brought in for the trial. I'm not.
No worries.
Sure.
I don't know. I met him once, so I don't know. I was just curious.
Yeah.
We didn't find him when we first dealt with, when we dealt with the whole situation here. But we didn't find a lot of people, so.
Of course.
Well. Gonna hop down.
Where are you? What are you standing on?
Standing on a pew.
Oh, mood. Aviv has just been kind of standing awkwardly, just witnessing the whole situation between Lakobo and Fukane.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was there.
I did too.
Rose in pain, just watching us.
You believe this shit, Aviv?
Damn.
Was that a Spring Eladrin? That's incredible. I've never seen one.
Yeah,
I know they existed.
I mean, I feel like, it makes sense, but it's crazy that they're here. I mean, like Pashalik said, it's a big change, so.
I didn't even mean that. I meant like the bird dying.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, Aviv. It's another elf. Like, I mean, how many types can there be?
A lot.
4.
Look, every time I wake up, there's a new elf.
There's 4.
For now.
It's the season god.
Well, hold on. I don't think there's just 4 because Cain doesn't look like an Eladrin.
He is.
He is.
He's
I
Winter,
thought he
I
was a
think.
different elf.
He's Winter Eladrin.
I thought you said he was the Shadow one, the Shadow Kai.
No. Nepheus Cain is a Shatter Kai?
Yeah.
Cain.
Yeah, that Cain was the one I was talking about. Yeah.
I thought you said Fukane.
No, just
I
Cain.
also heard
Sorry.
Fukane.
That's my apologies.
Oh, you're good. Yes, Nepheus Cain is Shader Kai.
Yeah. See, right there.
Oh,
High Priest Cain, that's a 5th one. I think there's other elves. I don't know. Every time I look up, I feel like we meet a new elf.
Dali Sanaka is a high elf.
There you go. Give us a week, we'll find a wood elf. Maybe a sea elf. Maybe they're cat elves. I don't know what the hell the rules are.
I don't know. This is not really my domain. I do apologize.
It's not. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to be attacking you. I just. It's like every time. There's just so many elves on this continent.
Sounds like you're attacking Zim. Jeez, man.
No,
Yes.
I'm not attacking Zim.
There's so
I don't
many
know who
elves,
that
Zim.
is.
Get creative.
So,
No.
I'm just
I
kidding.
will not.
I'm giving Aviv a hard time because I wanted to line something else up, and then it turned into me attacking Zim, and I'm like, I'm not. That's not what I wanted.
what?
What were you lining up?
I wanted to attack Aviv because I wanted to be like, all right. I mean, this was wild, Aviv. It was kind of just a painful conversation both ways. It was kind of like when you used True Strike one time. I
All
really.
right. All
I
right.
constantly think about that. I have nightmares about you doing that in an important situation.
I hadn't been in battle in some time. Let's
mean-
not dwell on it.
Hey, Aviv, why did she have a sword that was bigger than me?
I'm not entirely sure, darling.
I
That's
don't-
not
I
what
don't
he
like-
says. He
There's
doesn't
a
say
lot of
darling.
darlings.
Fouquet says darling. Makobo does sometimes. Irving does. But Aviv doesn't. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. So,
I mean,
sorry, I'm eating a weed gummy.
it's not
For
like a
God's
magic
sake.
tome or a scroll. It's hack slash. There's not a deeper meaning to a big
Well-
sword.
From the few times that Spring Eladrin have been sighted, they have very strange vestments, very strange armaments. I mean, they're not connected to the mainland, and they hail from Elysium. Also, did anyone else catch Irving saying the consulate? Does anyone know what that is?
No, we've been
No.
throwing a lot of stuff at us.
I mean, if I had to assume, it's probably some like Elysium stuff. Probably like she kind of freaked the fuck out when she mentioned it.
I
Yeah.
haven't the faintest clue. That's odd.
So it sounds scary. I don't like that, but
Well,
as long as they don't kill me, I'm good. Or lose my shit. I really
Well-
hope they don't lose my shit.
There is a very high chance of one of those things happening.
I feel like my armor's gonna get lost in this somehow, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, just wait,
What?
bitch.
It could be any. No.
what?
Fallon's gonna have to get it decaled again because, like, she likes decorative shit, and like, that's gonna cost her a lot of gold, and like,
Gotta
she's
get
gonna have to
wrapped.
find. Yeah, she's
Oh,
gonna have
yeah.
to find a shop that she can trust. In Fiora especially, like,
Jeez.
it's gonna be really hard to find somewhere that'll put Tortolocked imagery on her armor.
Maybe.
The best you're gonna get in Fior is tie dye. No.
Maybe like a
mean,
peace
it-
symbol.
That's
so
good.
As you kind of sit in this cathedral, it's a very different experience from the last time you were here. There's this kind of very sweet, like very pleasant smell kind of emanating from these plants. All of the gaudiness of this place seems to have been removed. The large stone tablets from the walls, the decorative braziers, the pedestal, the expensive red velvet, it's all been removed.
Hmm.
Even the grand organs have been pushed into the storage room, the office space. It feels very formal, and at the same time it feels very fresh start, if that makes sense. And as you sit here, the conversation kind of trails off a little bit, and you begin to think about what you're going to say, what you're going to present to the court, how you're going to handle this whole situation. And you begin to fantasize about what will happen after. Will you be able to go home? Will there be a new grand quest ahead of you? Some of you maybe make your way up to your rooms. Some of you maybe stay down here and just revel in the peace of this refreshed temple. And I think that's where we'll end the session.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yippee!
good stuff.